And we are right here at Gayaza High School. My name is Msubenja the Vibe Zanka, and I'm right here with a group of young people. Very many of them. We're in a space of young innovators. And right here, what we're going to do is to look at the prototypes. It started from scratch, good ideas, big ideas, and now they're ready for the people to see. We've been here for 3 days. Today's the exhibition day, the third day, and this is how we're going to do it. You're going to be seeing what these young lads have put on the table. They're just prototypes. We want to first test what is the product having to solve. And if we are to put it on the market, how will it perform? And right here are the tables, right here are tables, and even behind right there are the tables. Now, I want us to start all the way from the table right here. These young people are going to introduce themselves. They're going to be telling us what is this all about and what are they solving. What up, my guy? Wagwan. How are you?
Good, sir. My name is Tessie Everest from St. John's Nyawina, and we have come up with an air detection and purification system. This is how it works. This, we input here the chimney. For example, you're in kitchen, you input here chimney, and the polluted air passes through these pipes. And after reaching here in the first chamber, we have 2 sensors. These sensors detect the level of pollution of that air. Now, and the level is displayed on the LCD here. It shows you the levels of pollution. And then from there, we have different chambers. From the first chamber, we have different filters. On the first filter, it removes the odor, carbon dioxide, and monoxide. And it continues in the second chamber. It removes the remaining pollutants. Then it continues in the last chamber. In the last chamber, we have a fan which propels the air that is coming from the filtration system into these pipes you are seeing here. After coming from these pipes, it comes into this container here. Here we have another third sensor. It is detecting the level of pollution from the inside the system. But now here, since it is from the purification system, it is showing, the information displayed here shows that the air that is coming out from the purification system, it is filtered and it is displayed on the LCD. So from here we know that air that is coming out from the kitchen, it is now clean for us to breathe.
So you're now entirely solving a problem of air pollution, right?
Specifically indoor air pollution.
Right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you need to understand that these are just prototypes. These young people have decided to show what their brains can put on the table. What we're doing is reading and learning and understanding about entrepreneurship. There's a lot of technology here, and if you're watching, you can as well take it on. Look out for the young people and support them. Now, we're moving. Right here, should I get here? You ready? What up? How are you?
I'm good.
What's the name and what exactly are you doing for us here today?
My name is Innocent Nwagaba. I'm from Holy Cross Lakeview Senior Secondary School.
Holy Cross Lakeview in Ginger, right? Yes.
Yeah, right. So here we have what we called Lavitech Business Management System. Now, when you look at businesses, more so those that manage a lot of stock, that is to say, you look at wholesale businesses, you look at businesses that sell things in large amounts, they most likely suffer when they are recording their sales, but also their stock and tracking it. Firstly, we ask ourselves, why is it important that they have to track their sales and stock? The reason is that you can't make decisions on what is making profit for you as a business person without knowing your stock, or you can't tell what you need to buy more if you don't know what is lacking in your business. So what we saw is that most people rely on notebooks to write their stock and their sales. It is not reliable because the notebook can get torn, it can get old, but also lost. So it is tiresome. It means these people get frustrated to count and go to the stores and count what is there. Sometimes when a customer comes, you have to first go and check and see what is in stores or not. So another option they have, if they don't use such systems, if you look at my computer, they use things like Excel in order for them to add up. Now the problem with that is if you're to use Excel, you must have the expertise to add and know how to get profit, the formulas.
It requires a lot of math.
So that mathematics for a basic Ugandan that wants to start a business has to first employ somebody who has a degree or in accountancy in order for them to use this particular system. So it becomes difficult. What we did was simple, is to come up with a system that is able to give the employee and the administrator or the business owner the capacity to manage their business. I'm just going to show you here.
Yes, show me. Now, what he's doing right here, he has developed a software. The software is called Lavitech.
It's called Lavitech Business Management System.
Lavitech Business Management System. So if you're watching us online, right here on the screen of his laptop is how it works. Now, explain to me, because I can see colors, I can see blue, then light, I mean darker blue, I can see green, and then lighter, something like that. So explain to me how this is partitioned.
Okay, so the explanation is simple. Here, this is the admin dashboard. You as a business owner, if Benji owns a business, you have access to this platform or dashboard. It is able to show you the total number of products that you have in your business. But secondly, it shows you if you have stock that is in stores, the value of that stock. For example, for this testing customer that we used, their stock was valued at 763 million something. Yes. So we are able to know the value of the stock. You know the value of the total sales that you have made in your business. You know the potential profit that you can make from your stock. But the current profit that you have made from the sales that you have made is also
This one here, this one here.
So the beauty is you don't need somebody to calculate for you these things. The system just does it. All you need to do as a business owner, this dashboard shows you all these things. But secondly, it shows you the sales and analyzes for you what is making profit and things like that. Here, you have access to products. Now here, it shows you all the products that you have in your business. They are awarded or given a number, and you know each specific product with a number, the cost price, the selling price, what is available in stock, what is the total value of that particular product that you have, and how much profit can it make if you have sold it. So these are the products. You have capacity to add a new product in the system as a business owner. But secondly, you can add stock. For the existing products, you can add stock. If you are selling cars and you have bought new ones, you add stock and say, I've added 15 new cars and you add.
Yeah.
Now, it has capacity to allow you to change the prices if you want to change in case there has been a fluctuation within the system. Stock movements, you're able to shift those stocks within the system to make sales and see how many employees have been making sales. You see who specifically of your employees has made that particular sale. Now, the beauty here is simple. You're able to make reports out of the system. You don't need to go to Excel or database and learn how to make a report. You just come here and say, generate for me a stock report. Ask the system from when do you want it to report for you and up to when. You just ask it to give you a PDF or an Excel document and it's able to give you. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you is the employee. If you are the employee now, I'm going to just...
So is this looks like a phone display. Is it also applicable on a phone?
It is applicable on any gadget, a phone, a tablet, a computer. So let me just log in here.
All right. So he's still showing us right there. And we're still moving nice and easy. Guys, we told you these are just prototypes, yeah? We're getting to understand they're like demos of what these young people can do. So the judges are moving around. They're going to be, judging, and later on we shall be getting to know who is actually winning it all. Now, right here, I can see gentlemen. First of all, I'm loving the environment here because they are my height mates. And quite a number of good things right here. It's technology and I can see it. What's your name and what are you doing here?
Yeah, so I'm Linda Rodney from Kigezi High School, and what we present to you is an air quality monitoring and purification system. Yeah, it is 100% Uganda made, as you can see. It also has a pulse sensor here, as you can see. It can detect your blood pressure beats per minute, then it can guess if you're stressed or anything.
Wait, it can also guess if I'm stressed. Yeah. So how can it put it on me? I want to understand if I'm stressed or not. I like how?
You place it so you can guess. It will be displayed on the LCD after it has diagnosed you. Then it will also, you see now, because you have overpressed it.
Yeah, I have overpressed it, yes.
Your BPM is 198, then it is showing that you're highly stressed because you've overpressed it, you see? Oh. Yeah, so that's how it works. Then another thing that it has, it can show the air quality of the area which you are in. As you can see, it is showing us that the air is now in middle, level 2, and it is also trying to purify it by the fan that has been activated here. Yeah, it also has a dashboard here, as you can see. It is also, you're hearing something beeping? Fan. Are you hearing something beeping? It's called a buzzer. So it also shows you if there is something like, on level 2, it starts beeping. Then when it is very high, it has deteriorated. It makes a loud alarm. Oh, yeah. That's how it works. Yeah, we can also try to simulate it. We have a match pockets there. If there is time, we can try to simulate it. Then we show you how it really works. Then,
all right.
On the soft end of it, you see we have here an app, as you can see. It is the dashboard that manages everything. So you sign up here. Then for it, the other time I showed you how it works when it shows you're stressed, right? It recommends you after finding that you're stressed, that everything reflects within the dashboard here. then it recommends you to any medical personnel. We have a lot of people that are signed up for the system that you can talk to. And you know, some people, when they are stressed, they fear talking to people. Yeah, personally, from an experience, sometimes I talk to ChatGPT, but ChatGPT is not very right, you see. But there is an AI that we have trained with data from WHO and other transparent websites. So with that data, you can talk to it. It can even counsel you. So it's like an AI consultant.
So I can try it as well.
Yeah.
I can ask it questions on how I'm running my life just after discovering that I am stressed.
Yeah.
So I can try it here. It also gives me a medical personnel to help me.
Yeah.
Really, what an innovation! What an innovation! All right, we're still moving. We're still moving, ladies and gentlemen. And I've got to understand that I can get to know if I'm stressed or not. Usually I keep it to myself, but now people showed me how much I can get to know that. Now here, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what I'm seeing here. It's slurry fertilizers. What up, my guy? How are you doing?
I'm fine.
So tell me more about your product here.
This is called slurry fertilizers. It is made from cow dung, ash, and water. It is made by when you gather the cow dung, you put it in a drum, you add ash, and then you also add water on it. You allow it to ferment for 7 to 14 days, and then you stir it once in 2 to 3 days. After there, you filter it. Now, after filtering, you are going to use it to spray on your crops. Before spraying, you dilute it with water again, because if it is too concentrated, it may burn the crops. So you dilute it with water depending on the strength and thickness of the liquid manure.
So I want to ask as well, my question here is, does it have a particular crop? Because the people who make fertilizers for only, banana plantations, cabbage or something like that, does it have a particular crop or it cuts across?
Yeah, it has particular crops like maize, potatoes, cassava, and cabbage.
All right, so we got you nice. You said what's your name?
My name is Ojokaron from Agweng Secondary School.
All right, so you got it right. So we're moving nice and easy. I can see a lady right here from Palliser Progressive SS. Now, the trouble here has a lot of liquids and looks like they're all fertilizers, but we want to know the difference between the two, right? Yes, talk to me now. What's your name?
My name is Apio Jen. We have come up with the product called Shield Guard. This product helps us in killing the insects. In case like you have in your home the mosquitoes are disturbing you, you can at least spray it. How did we come up with this product? We automatically measured 150 milliliters of the base oil, and when we got it, we first of all poured it in the container. Having poured it, we measured again 50 milliliters of eucalyptus oil. Then after that, we mix it continuously, and when we see that it is uniform, we automatically poured the emulsifying oil at the end of it. Now, when you mix it continuously, mix it at least 10 to 15 minutes, and when you observe that it is now uniform, you can automatically put it in your bottle of a syrup milliliter. Then having done that, you can at least keep it in a fridge. When you keep the thing in a fridge, it lasts for like 2 days. When you pick it out, it lasts only for 2 days and it works. But since we failed to carry out the fridge and we have spent here some 2 days, that's why now you're seeing it separate. It is not in the uniform, but this thing is in the uniform and it automatically kills the insects. For example, especially the mosquitoes, the flies, the ticks, and as well as the snakes, in case, because in village areas we observed that people were suffering from snakes, they were disturbing them. So we came up with this product. At least when they spread in their homes, automatically the problem of the snakes and the mosquitoes was reduced.
Thank you so much. Now we've solved the problem of mosquitoes and snakes, right? I don't know if it has an issue, I don't know if it affects the human beings, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. All right, so now let's move. We're still moving, ladies and gentlemen. Stanbic National Schools Championships. We want to know who is the biggest entrepreneur here. Now, gentlemen are right here, Kitante Hill School. Right here in Kampala. You're my neighbors, by the way. Wagwan, the problem is you're too tall, man.
Oh, sorry about that.
So tell me, take me through your name and take me through the product that you guys are having right here, the prototype. We want to understand.
All right, my name is Molongo Edwin Patrick, and here we've brought to you a modern ventilation system. Basically, here we have an inflow system we've built, which takes air into the cooler condenser, and then after condensing that air, the outflow system takes the air out. And it's basically we built it to lower the costs of AC systems, which are very expensive. So this can be afforded, like bought by the poor people. Yeah.
This is the modern ventilation system, first of its kind, affordable and cheaper to all Ugandans and anyone who can use it. It takes in warm air in the atmosphere. The air passes through the condenser tank. The condenser tank inside has another tank, which tank the air from the atmosphere condenses. When it condenses inside, the air which comes out, it's now cleaner because it's been sieved to remove dust and other microscopic organisms.
All right, so I can see, is this a solar panel? Yeah. So what is the use of the solar panel on this, whole ventilation AC system?
Yeah. Our system works on all alternatives of energy, mostly solar and AC, converting it to DC. When you don't have electricity, you can use DC to use our product.
DC is direct current, right? And then AC is alternate
current.
Okay.
Yeah. As you see our project, when I switch on the switch, it works. The motors, we use AC to DC motors because they minimize the cost of electricity to our normal person using our project. Making the project, I visited the hospital in Mulago, knowing that not all wards could afford portable ACs. We came up with the idea to make a project which can be used by all patients with respiratory illnesses. Coming up with a project which brings out condensed cool air rich with oxygen, no dust and no microscopic organisms.
All right, thank you so much. Now my home is actually hot, and I think I'm gonna carry myself an AC. So if if I come for it, please don't refuse. You'll bill me properly, and I'll pay for that. Right? So we're moving nice and easy. We're still going, and I can see. I think we've done a lot of gentlemen, but still, I want to first talk to this gentleman right here from Mango SS. The uniform is clear. It can tell where you guys are coming from. What are my G's? Chirabo Rahim. Wagwan.
Nothing, man.
So Chirabo, I want to understand. This looks like an arm of a human being, or it's a robot or something like that. Then I'm seeing a laptop here. So explain to me, what's all this about? What is the product that you guys are giving out?
This is a bionic hand, mainly for amputated people. Let's say let's say someone has like border people. They get involved in accidents. So this hand here is able to replace. Let's say the person lost a hand. This hand can be able to replace that person's hand while working using these muscle signals, as you see here. Yes.
I was about to ask you how it actually, connects to the muscle signals of the human, but now you've showed me. Can I try it? I just have to be amputated for me to try it. I have to be amputated. Come on, I can't risk my hand. It's not time for me to risk my hand. What's your name?
My name is Luxa Rodin.
Rodney Lokusa. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, these are prototypes, yeah? These are prototypes. The students right here have learned a lot of things, and they're trying to show you guys that, you know what? This is what we learned. We are showing the world, but it needs development, right? So later on in life, you'll see these products out on the market, and please don't refuse to buy them. You're still showing me.
The fingers move. So after all the connections, this hand will be able to make all the figures a human hand can make. Through these sensors, whatever you think of, if the guy thinks of pointing, the hand will point. If the guy thinks of waving, the hand will do that.
Thank you. Do you want to be a doctor?
No, a biomechanical engineer.
Biomechanical engineer. All right, so we're moving, ladies and gentlemen. And the people on my case here, I can see Ate Nseke, Ate what, Ate pump. It's something I can't understand. But the gentlemen right here are going to explain to us. Coming from here, here. So what is this?
This is our project of plastic pyrolysis, whereby we are converting a systemic challenge into solution we depend on. And this is our reactor, as you can see. And we just get the plastic waste that is just disposed. We put it into our reactor, and then we heat. At the first time, we are going to use the firewood to heat to generate the gases. But after we generate the gases, they're going to be passed through the condensation tubes, then into the condensation box, and then finally through the output. Then the fuel produced, as you can see, this is our sample. It's called plastolin. This fuel can also be compared to gasoline because they have the same composition. And this fuel can again be used to make a DIY stove that can be used to heat this reactor to generate a fuel. So we are trying to create something sustainable as well as something that can be depended on, something circular in simple terms. And that's it. Like, what are we targeting? We all know that right now the fuel costs have risen. Like, the motorcyclists are complaining of the high fuel costs. A liter is costing about 6,000 shillings. Imagine. So the fuel can no longer be accessed by these motorcyclists as well as the generator users. So as we came up with a solution, like we saw 3 challenges. One of them is that the plastic waste. We are all overwhelmed by the accumulating plastic waste that ends up into the landfill as well as the high fuel costs. Then we developed an initiative that can utilize the plastic waste into something that is dependable on. So we are trying to follow the possibility whereby once a systemic challenge is now a solution we depend on. Could you imagine that? Like, that's the case.
Now, you said what's your name?
My name is Mugisa Aaron from Balibasika Secondary School.
Balibasika Kakiri? Yes. Ah, really? I know. Now, you guys, I want to understand, what is this pump for? What does it do now in the whole system here?
Okay. This is the DIY stove, and you're going to use it to produce here. You're going to produce some heat. So this pump is going to help us to pump some pressure inside that is going to act as gas. When we release some air like this, we're going to release some air, and that pressure that is inside, when we release, this is the reaction. Then we light.
So this one can be used to heat the other one. Used to heat what? Circular. Yes.
Now I understand. People like us who never took chemistry serious, we're trying to get to class right now, okay? If you want to learn, come right here and understand from these students right here. They're showing us what they can do. Something sustainable. It was a systematic challenge, and now it's becoming something they can use. Now we're still moving, ladies and gentlemen. The students are showing us what they have. Science, and entrepreneurship in one position. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these are 2 people that are going to explain to me where they're coming from, and I can see this item here. Am I allowed to touch? Okay, now explain to me. What is this?
This is a Guara sunflower tracker.
It's a sun?
Sunflower tracker.
Sunflower tracker. So it tracks the flow of the sun.
Yes.
So by just me looking at it, you can know where the sun is.
No, it tracks sunlight.
Oh, yes.
It helps to absorb maximum amount of sunlight energy needed to charge the battery. Because when you look at the solar of nowadays, it is fixed in one position only, which it cannot be able to attract, cannot be able to absorb maximum sunlight energy needed to charge the battery. Because of that, we have come up with a technology to design a solar tracker which helps to rotate automatically to absorb maximum sunlight energy. Because when you check out here, when the sensor is on, when you try to block light from it here, it rotates automatically. You just see. So it rotates in search for light to charge the battery.
Oh yeah, actually understand. So when the sun is that side, it will actually rotate and face that side. Yeah. When the sun goes this side, it will rotate and face that side. Wow, what an initiative, what an initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going. Now, it was a lot of technology here. But right now we want to understand. I can see these things here, or whether they are perfumes. I don't know if they're perfumes or something. These are roses. I can see roses, I can see perfumes here and all that. Hello, boss, how are you? Now I want to speak to this gentleman and this lady right here from Isinjiro. What's your name?
Nahamia Mark.
Nahamia?
Nahamia Mark.
Nahamia Mark. Now I was right there and I saw these decants. Usually when we go to buy perfumes, they decant and put something like this and they give it to us at around 10K or 15K. So now for me, I want to understand, what is this that you guys are exhibiting to the people?
Thank you so much. This is the Roses natural perfume, as you can say, and it is basically made naturally. Nothing is added in. There is no any other chemical that is in. Apart from these ingredients you are seeing here, we are having the rosemary and the lemongrass as you are seeing. The only other thing we put in, it is the coconut oil, and this is also natural. And the reason we put in the coconut oil, it's the only extracting agent that we use in the production. So this is very good. First of all, it takes away the skin odor. Like someone, when you are affected with this skin odor, you cannot go in the public and express yourself. Any other time you feel stigmatized, it is there to help you. And then the other thing, in public, most of the times we use these artificial perfumes, and their concentration is very high. Like, some people are allergic, and every time you use, they say, someone has passed here, someone is affecting me. People get headache, people sneeze, people want to vomit. But this one here is having a low concentration that at times, even when I'm having it, you who is close to me, you may not realize. But me who is using it, I know, because it is going to take away the odor and it is not going to affect my friend.
Oh, so if you are to sell this now, a person like me that wants to buy one right now, how much are you selling it? And which one do you recommend? Because I can see, oh, it's the same color, yeah? Yeah, it's the same color. So how much are you selling it? I want to buy one now.
Thank you so much. We are selling one at 3,000.
One at 3,000. Okay, how many can I get from this? Now this is yours. I'm getting 3 from this. Yeah, the 10K is yours. Now for me, I'm buying these 3. Yes. Thank you so much about my product. So you can as well come through. Follow up and understand what the students have. All right. So I'm looking for a proper direction. I'm moving, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get this side. I want to understand the ladies from Trinity College, Nabingo. What up, ladies?
Hello.
Somebody just told me that when they ask guys to clock it, they're like, it's only ladies that are supposed to clock it. First clock it. Yeah, clock it for the camera. Now, after clocking it, I want to understand. This is a book I can see, and these are 2 laptops right here. I had to speak earlier on, and it's so much into the technological world, right? Now, I want you to show me and explain to me what products you guys are having.
Well, we are louder. Okay, we are building an application for farmers. So we came up with this application after realizing that the smallholder farmers actually feed the nation but end up generating very few profits. So we came up with this application in order to make their farming profitable. So this application is a 3-sided marketplace where we have the farmer, the buyer, and the transporter, where they all come together. So we earn from it by getting 3% commission per sale. So that means we benefit as the farmer benefits. So then another special thing about it is once the farmer lists their produce, an AI recommends it and matches them automatically to the buyer and also recommends the transporter. So as long as you are into the application, everything happens automatically. Therefore, it's an agricultural ecosystem.
So now, a person like me who wants to pay. How do I, like, what is the financial, what is the monetary, like, way of me paying my money? How do I pay the money? And how do you guys see it? How does it reflect? Because there's a way somebody can pay their money and then they don't, it doesn't reflect. You may not even receive it. So how do you monitor that this one has paid or the other person hasn't paid? And how do you get your commission, that 3% from there?
Well, that's why we integrated blockchain for traceability and transparency to avoid such cases of fraud. So the buyer on their other side, they have the bit of putting their money via mobile money or MTN or any other service that is on the application. And then once the goods are in transit by the transporter, and which actually shows there is a GPS bit where you can see when the
The tracker, yeah?
Yeah. So after the goods reach, after the buyer actually deposits the money, it's held by a smart contract. So if the transporter confirms that if the buyer confirms that the produce has actually reached, the smart contract releases itself and we get our commission, the 3% commission, and the 1% for the transporter, depending on the fuel they had to pay. Yes.
All right, thank you. So if you earned your 3%, and I came to you to ask for 1%, would you give me some money? Please, don't be Mukodo. Would you give me some money?
Sure, why not?
Why not? Give me 5, give me 5, give me 5, give me 5. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Trinity College now, bingo. They are showing us how you can actually be a farmer and earn your money very well. You show the people what you do and get your money. Now, we are right here. Right here. I don't know, this is a house. The other one is a speaker. Hey, it's power. Power's gone off. All right, let's wait for power. Let's wait for power. Let's wait for power. Now let's. All right, I'll come back. I'll come back. I'll come back. I'll come back. Yes. Now the gentleman right here is very serious. You know everybody's serious, but some are more serious than the others. This one is very serious with a lab coat, and he's going to explain to me the lab coat, the significance of the lab coat, and what we are seeing right here. It's all yours. Explain to the people, the camera, and to me as well.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. So this is Biodiesel Limited, a company where we have produced biodiesel. This is to solve the problem that we are facing today, which is the high fuel costs. These high fuel costs have increased transport costs, which have affected the prices of other assets like food, soap, and all that, making general life expensive. So now, the cause of these high fuel costs is because of the production costs that oil companies like Total and Shell have when they're making fuel. Now, they import fossil diesel, and they have to also blend it with biofuels like biodiesel to meet the government laws or regulations. Now, this biodiesel that they use is expensive at 7,000. As we are producing biodiesel at a cheap cost of 5,000, which is going to lower their production costs, hence lowering the oil prices and basically fixing the economy. Yes, we have a high profit margin because producing this a liter only costs 2,500. Selling it, yes, selling it is 5,000, and that's a high profit margin of 100%.
You wanted to explain something.
So you realize that an oil company has you, the common man, is buying. That's why the prices of fuel are very high. So what I have here is a very cheap. I have a cheap source of making this biodiesel, and I provide it at the oil company at 5,000 shillings, whereby I'm only using 2,500 to produce it. That's a profit margin of 100%. I'm solving your problem. On top of that, using biodiesel is eco-friendly. It reduces carbon emissions in the environment. That's why the 2023 Biofuels Act was passed to make it mandatory for every oil company to blend this biodiesel in the fossil fuel.
All right, so you got it right. People like me who are driving cars and people like you who are planning on what car to buy, understand that we have technicians here in Uganda who are going to be showing us, who are coming up with solutions in whatsoever that is happening in the land. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these are eggs. These are eggs. I'm a fan of eggs, mostly the fried ones, not the boiled ones. But for it's okay, you can have your boiled eggs, no problem. But the gentleman right here are going to explain to me from St. Francis SS Busunju off Hoima Road. So who of you explain to me what this is all about?
This is called a smart hatch guard. It's used to know whether is this egg spoiled? Is it good to be used in foods? Or is it good to be taken to the incubator for hatching? Because how it works, when I place the egg here, when I catch it, it's just dark. When I put here, when it's totally transparent, that egg is nice. Can use it in baking Rolex, but when it is partially dark, that egg, it contains a chick inside. You take it to the incubator when you are sure that you're going to get profits. When it is totally dark, that egg is just spoiled. Totally dark.
If you look at this one is totally dark. Yeah. What does that have to mean?
That one is spoiled. You cannot eat it. These are the eggs which, when I break it, it is smelling. Yeah, have you ever got that chance? Yeah.
So now, among these ones, if you're to look around, which one can you look at and you're like, this one has a chick inside, it's now going for incubation, or you didn't bring any here?
This one will not bring anything which contains a chick. It is multi-purpose, this one. Another thing, when you remove these eggs, you realize that it is well ventilated. I put another sheet of a plywood and transport the one old chicks when they are safe. Recently, they have been using boxes on rainy weather when they are getting spoiled. And they are sometimes they use plastic, which are expensive. It gets done in 6 months, and there is no way you can repair it. But this one is favorable, like affordable, and it is weather friendly. You can use it multi-purpose. You hit 2 birds with one.
All right, to all the okay.
Before, people have been taking their eggs to the incubator. Well, they don't know the number of eggs which are spoiled. They just pay, and you wait for 21 days. You come out like you have maybe 2 chicks, but maybe you took 3 trays. But with this one, you can see that this egg is spoiled. Let me spot it out. I take these other ones so that I can pay the exact amount of money. Yes, and the chicks come out when they are the same as you expected.
All right. Now, with this amount of technology, me as a person who wants to start a poultry farm, I'll actually get to start this business as well as tomorrow because everything is now sorted. Problems are solved. Now we are back to the house. If you have a dream of building a house, this is something you can look at. Okay. But I want to understand: is this a house or it's something I don't know? You can explain to me.
This is a prototype. It is kind of a house, but inside it has what we call a beam lock. It's a laser motion detector. Okay, first let me try picking my money right here. There is my 10,000. You see what it does? Okay, it's what we call a laser beam detection system. When you try, yeah, that is it. So this is helping us enhance our security. It is a real lifetime something that we need. This is a sign that alerts us. For example, I can say maybe you have a corridor and you don't want your kids cross your bedroom at a specific time. I can turn my sensor on, my protection. Once my kids try crossing my corridor, it sounds and lets me know in my bedroom that those kids are coming towards my bed. Yeah, in compound, cars, garages, shops, everywhere, this is what we call a laser beam sensor, or we can call it a beam lock. This is Bukedia Comprehensive School.
Now you brought in the idea of kids crossing the corridor. My kids will never cross my corridor. I have seen the solution. They will never cross my corridor. Now, yes, we're right here, and science is taking us all the way. Here I can see this is which school? Entebbe Secondary School. Now, explain to me what this is and what problem it's solving.
So, you're most welcome. We're so glad to have you. So, what you're seeing here before you is going to be the future of incubation. So, for short, we call it river hatch. So in simple terms, we're revolutionizing the incubation process. Because as per status quo, we know our poultry farmers are having different issues. So now we're providing to you a solution to that problem. So as I told you before, we call it river hatch. But then for the technical bit,
it's called a multi-powered incubator. So the reason as to why we call it a multi-powered incubator is that it operates on electricity like other incubators, but then it has a backup system which can provide power and power which will provide the necessary, which will help in providing the necessary conditions as the process is going on. So this is how it works. So with the incubator, this is how it started. Back in our place, my auntie normally normally deals in poultry keeping and all stuff, but she faces a problem that in that she rears local chicken, but at times they lay eggs, and the chicken at times don't hatch them. Like you may find the chicken leaving the eggs just. So she resorted to selling the eggs alone, selling them at a low cost. So I went to school and discussed it with my co-innovator, Mareba Harmony. So we sat down and we were like, what can we do? What can we bring up to help people like my auntie? I know my auntie is not alone. There are other farmers facing the same problem, and they have resorted to the same thing. They are selling eggs alone, local eggs. A tray is about 20K. But we said, can't we make something that can help her, incubate the eggs and go a further step to sell the chicks, because chicks are quite expensive. So we sat down and designed this incubator. But during our research, on the market, we realized that incubators on the market, there are incubators on the market, but they are quite expensive. And another thing is that they only work on electricity, but with the uncertain abrupt power off and on of electricity, we decided to brainstorm and come up with a system, a incubator that has a backup system, as my co-innovator is going to continue explaining to you.
Okay. So in simple terms, when electricity is on, you're going to find that our circuit is going to turn on. Please help me with this. So when electricity turns on, you're going to power on your bulbs. So when the bulbs are on, they're going to produce heat. The heat provides an warmth for these eggs to hatch. And then secondly, as you can see here, we're having water. So what happens is that when this heat comes, it's going to heat up your water, producing vapor and moisture that is needed to keep the eggs in a good condition. But then what's more important, we're having this fan here. So all incubators, as you must know, since they are not natural means, you must make sure you have the optimum conditions. How we do that? When the electricity is on, the AC fan is on, it distributes it distributes heat. So as he's going to demonstrate for you, and then you find that most incubators on the market, they fail to turn the eggs. So what this then does, it turns on the eggs and look. Okay. So as you can see, when electricity is on, you're having the temperature, you're having the warmth, you're having the moisture. So that's done. So what makes our project unique at the end of the day is that these eggs are able to turn on their own, that you don't need to open this back and forth at the end of the day to turn the eggs. That means your process continues when electricity is on. But even when it's off, our battery there is going to be able to run the system in all the same way so that you can keep your eggs incubated. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Micro Innovator. As Micro Innovator has stated to you, that this system runs on both electricity and it has a backup system. So with our backup system here, we have electricity. Right now, electricity is the one running all the things. It is lighting up the bulbs, the fans, and warmth is being distributed inside. But then, with off electricity, let me switch it off. So here, electricity is not there. So this is the uniqueness of our project, in that when electricity is not there, we still have an alternative. We have a backup system which will provide EMF, electricity, or power to the DC fan and our egg turner. With our egg turner, the eggs will be able to turn. Let me turn it on. The eggs will be able to turn without electricity. And in this, I don't have to be opening back and forth the incubator. So with that, even because this is a prototype and we are looking forward to expanding and making more adjustments, we try to make more research about the DC heater that we wanted to put inside. But as for now, it's still under research. So what we resorted to, or we wanted our customers that may buy this project before we bring in the other advancement, is that you can use hot water. Why do we recommend hot water? Because hot water provides the two conditions that we need. We need heat and we need warmth, because that's what the eggs need. So in this, we can put our hot water, and our hot water, the warmth and the vapor can be saturated inside by the help of the fan. If you touch here, you can feel that the fan is working and it's distributing each and everything inside here.
Now, like I said, guys, if I'm planning to start a poultry farm, I have the solution to everything right here with the students. This is Stanbic Secondary School, right? All right, so step right here. Now, if you're following us and if you're watching us live, my name's MC Benji, and we are the Stanbic National Schools Championship right here at Gayaza High School. Now, the lady right here with me is our sponsor. She's an evaluator as well from StartHub. And we want her to tell us, we want her to give us an insight of why they had to put this project up front for the young people, and how it's happening and what she sees around the place for today. Now, Laura, the people want to know, why did you guys have to start such a project like this one for the young people?
My name is Laura. I'm one of the founders of Startup Africa, and we're the implementing partner of Stanbic's National Schools Championship. And the entire championship is about bringing out the innovation potential of young people to nurture their minds, that they can develop own solutions and bring own innovations to life. Today, we want to see here what are these ideas, and do they have prototypes already? How does the idea really work? How does it really look like? How much progress have they made already? And to understand these ideas very, very well. Because if someone tells you about their hatchery and then you see it live and you see how it's moving, it's a complete different experience. And today I'm very impressed to see all these innovations around here, and I think there's really, really great potential.
Depending on the goal of StartHub, the reason as to why you started this, how are you seeing the day so far, the exhibition the students are doing so far? How are you seeing it? What's the progress?
I think the progress is great. For the past 3 years, Startup has supporting Stanbic on the National Schools Championship, and we have seen really amazing progress. We have seen more innovation coming to life, very much creativity, very much new ideas that can solve real problems in the society, and that's what all this program is about. And that's why we are really happy to see what we have today.
All right, thank you so much, Laura. Thank you so much. We're still going, ladies and gentlemen, and we are moving. Now, here is a group of young people. Oh, yes. And I want them to help me understand. you from Empower International Academy. I want you to help me understand this project that you are having, and later on I'll get to Dan. I also have to speak to the people.
So right now we have an online and offline banking system with us. We named it the Swift Sync, or you can call it the Stanbic Swift Sync, because it's mainly connected to the Stanbic Bank. So we can look at areas with very low internet connectivity or network connectivity. Areas like Rakai, they have very poor network, and there are very many businessmen and women, the farmers and all of sorts. So you may find that it will be hard for them to manage their businesses because it is hard for them to access online banking systems because of poor network and what. So the farmer may want to save their money on the banking system, but they are not able to because they have poor network in their area. So we have created the Stanbic Swift Sync to solve this problem of poor network connectivity in the area. So what the Stanbic Swift Sync does, it lets you prepare your transactions and savings offline. After you prepare your transactions offline, it will require you to use metrics purposes. You get it? So after I'm almost after you finish preparing your transactions. So I believe in those areas of Rakai, of course, there has to be an area with some network and what. So when you reach to the area with network or what and what, so the system will automatically sync in the transaction, then everything happens automatically.
All right, thank you so much. This looks really appealing, and understand people will actually take it on. Now, my question to this lady right here. This lady right here is called Diana, and I met her as soon as I came to this place. Diana, earlier on, when you were speaking to the people, you said you're always encouraging your son to do other things. Your son is a gamer. But now, education and learning doesn't end. Us as adults, we're in an environment of young people. And I want you to tell the people, you as an adult, what is, that most outstanding thing you have learned from the young people? You've been in an environment of these young people for like the past 3 days, and there's something you have taken home from the young people. What is the one outstanding idea that you've taken away?
Thank you, Benji. I think for me, first of all, the level of courage of these people. At this age, many of us were really shy. We would not express ourselves. And here they are pitching, looking for money. Money conversations, even for some of us adults, are difficult. And here we have young Ugandans from Rakai, from Bale, from Jinja, looking for money to build something and create a solution. This project here of Empower International Academy, it's a banking app. So they've shown me what it can do. And there are a few things that are available on the Stanbic app and on our digital platforms. But I've just seen something amazing. It summarizes your spend. That's a feature we don't have as a bank. Number 2, embedded is a chatbot to help and give real-time support. I think that's great. So just to encourage the young people, and for those who are not present, watch and follow the program, because wherever MC Benji goes, you're showcasing what a Ugandan their age is doing. It only means that even those who are at home can be able to achieve the same thing. So I'm really, really proud about the quality of projects that we're seeing here today. Yes.
Thank you so much, Diana. Now, you see, at your age, at the age of this young person here, what were you doing? So make sure you learn something, 1 or 2, 3 every time you move out in spaces of young people or in spaces of other people. You get. So putting it in mind, have it in mind that all these things are actually just prototypes. The young people are just trying to show the world what they can do, and maybe later on the world can get to buy them. Now, the school right here, St. Charles Rwanga International, it's my neighbor in the village in Kakiri, not so. So I want to understand what you guys are doing here and what is it about.
So here we are doing a solar smart charging hub. So we discovered that many people in remote areas, long distance travelers, struggle, have power banks, but the power banks don't work according to their expectations. That's why we made a solar smart charging hub that is going to even be charging at a faster rate, better than the normal chargers. But it uses solar. So this solar panel is just connected to this. It's not that it's connected to this mainly, but you just connect it to this so that you can power energy to these lithium cells. To these lithium cells. After them getting the energy, you can remove the solar panel. You don't need it.
Like it charges them, and then it's like a power bank. This solar panel charges, and then you also get to charge your what?
To the school. It's a golf school, and the lady right here. We talked earlier on. I had a discussion with her about a few things, but now the discussion is different. The discussion is entrepreneurship, innovation, and technology. Now, you have a display right there. This is yours. So you can explain to me what it is and what you're planning to sell to the people.
We designed safe boards that can be integrated into the school phone book, like the phone book in your school that have MTN and Kawia. So this is an AI.
This board. So first of all, you're going to get access to it after paying. So you're going to register a name. You can put an anonymous name, maybe Jane. You put your number. You put the amount. 1,005 minutes. So this chatbot has 3 helplines. You get the first helpline. If you select it, you're going to talk to a voice bot. You get using the phones in school, which are designed by Kawa and MTN, because Kawa is allowed to integrate our software into their phones. So when you get the phone booth, you talk to the first hotline, oh, I'm being sexually harassed by someone in school and all that stuff. That information is going to go to a school website so that a counselor can know, oh, we have someone facing this challenge. So in Manda Assembly, they are going to carry out counseling on sexual harassment and all that. You get it's easier, accessible. So the school will be managing the website. You get maybe a counselor, an ICT teacher. We are going to have helpline too. You can select it. It's between you, private, and the AI. Remember, it's voice. You pick up, you be like, hi, I'm facing this. This boy is disturbing me. You get, no one gets to know. The third helpline is the most important one. Remember, like counselors from different institutes want to counsel kids in school, but there is no time, you get, because morning, break, lunch, you get, they don't have time. So this helpline will have registered volunteers from outside. We are talking about mental health workers, therapists. They will just on this helpline. In case at break, I feel like things were hard, I want to talk to someone, I go to the phone booth, I pick up, I speak to a health worker from Mukono, Nakawa, Buziga, you get. Even a student from Gayaza can access, you get anywhere around. So, and it's payment 1,005 minutes, 2,015 minutes. It keeps on increasing. It depends on the number of minutes you want. So we are promoting mental health because mental health, okay, the suicide rates have increased to 61% ever since 2019 and more in schools. And it's, okay, we are trying to promote a better way kids can access mental health services without being scared of discrimination, judgment, and also connecting NGOs and volunteers to kids easily.
All right, boys, why do you disturb people? Yeah, she said if a boy disturbs you, you give him a call. You're like, this boy is disturbing me, and you, you boys, don't disturb my girls. Eh? All right, let me just get down with these people on this table as well. Salam alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
So I want to speak to you, and I want you guys to speak a little louder. Which school is this?
Chivoli SS.
Chibuli SS. So now, my guy, this thing is called kajob, like a kajob. What does that mean? And you know, what problem is it solving to the people?
Kajob is an app that helps to link employers to employees. We have seen that right now, Uganda, for example, it is a country that has a young population, and most of them are unemployed despite the fact that they have skills and they have qualifications. But then with Kajob, we can link the different young people to the different employers who are seeking for workers in their different companies.
So if I'm also looking for a job, if I'm planning to quit my workplace and I want to get to another radio station, I can use Kajob. I'm joking. I'm not leaving my workplace anytime soon. All right, remembering, guys, that all this is a prototype. The guys are just trying to show you what they can do. And if you got the money, you can empower these young people and get it right there. Now, we're moving, and I'd like to take you outside. You need to understand and look around. Hello, sir. This guy right here, this man right here, is one of the inspirations to the young people. Inside right there, you were speaking to the young people, and right here they are showing what they can do to the world. Now, so far, I've been asking all the adults here, I've been asking them, what have they taken home? What are they seeing? And what's the progress of the projects here? So you as well, you have the microphone. Speak to whoever is watching there on live and also right here about your experience here with the young people.
Fantastic. So these kids are amazing. I've been around and I've seen real businesses that can actually grow and help get Uganda to the tenfold economy we're all trying to get to. 2040, kids who are now 15 will be 30. Yes. And so by the time they turn 30, Uganda will be a $500 billion economy. And these businesses you see here, people making bricks out of plastic, bricks that store carbon, people making irrigation systems to help, cultivate all year round. People making toothpaste out of activated biochar. So many business people making coffee making machines. These are little kids. They're all in high school, and they're creating innovations which are not just exciting, but are bankable, scalable, and will actually help get the country to where we need it to be. So I am so grateful to have had the opportunity to learn from all these wonderful kids. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. It was such an awesome experience with you. And now he's talking about the ideas of young people. And right here, we got more ideas. And these ladies here are actually our hosts today, right? I'm right? So you guys have a big project here. I can see posters. I can see everything. Now the people want to understand. Explain to us what all this is all about.
Okay, our project is a social impact project, and it's a leadership training program known as the Next Gen Leadership Camp. Yeah, so basically in the camp, we are appealing to young students who are still in high school but are aiming at becoming leaders, because we believe that appealing to the young generation, they're able to uphold the skills that they have learned, and they're able to use them further, not only in the leadership at school, but also in the leadership, like as we grow up, because we have seen like so many challenges are being faced in the leadership above, but we can't do much. But we believe that once we train the young generation, we are able to change our leadership as well.
All right, so now off the project here, you guys are hosting us. How does it feel having over 400 students from other schools in your home?
It feels really nice because it's nice to welcome people home. Yes.
What class are you?
I'm in S5.
And you?
S5.
Okay, so these are the ladies hosting us today, and like we've been talking about the big ideas that the students and the young people are having. The place is quite big, and we are going to visit all the corners of the land, all the corners in the area. We are moving nice and easy. You can see ladies smartly dressed, the badge I know, the newly tailored uniform, and then also we are here. Okay, Ladies, Wagwan Immaculate Heart Girls Nyachivale. So that's way down there in Western Uganda, right? So now I want you to explain to the people right there in the cameras. They want to understand you've moved all the way from Nyachivale to Kampala to show what you can do. Now explain to the people. You got some minutes to explain to the people what you have and what it's all about.
Here, we are making a biopackaging material. It is called Arisa Biopack. We are actually making this so that we can conserve the environment. We use cassava peels, vinegar, glycerol, and water. Mix them up, heat them, then you spread on a non-stick material. Then after drying, one day under the sun, get a biopackaging material. It is durable, it is stronger than our normal Cavera. You can touch and feel it. It is actually stronger than, right? Yeah.
You might ask yourself why we are actually doing this. Uganda is an East African country. That is something that we all know. And Uganda, Kenya, Rwanda have actually put a total ban on the use of Cavera. This is creating an incentive for Uganda to also put a total ban on the use of Cavera. Though it might not happen in an overnight, but it will eventually happen. So what we are doing is bringing for you an alternative. This alternative, yes, it already exists, but the people that actually make this are expensive. And next to that, we also have these people using food, the starch that we are supposed to consume, but we are using the wastes that we are supposed to dump to actually make them into something that is useful to the environment and is less harmful. You might ask yourself, what is this actually true? Does it actually decompose? Eventually, yes, it does. It decomposes 30 to 45 days in the ground. When you bury it, 30 to 45 days, you will not find it there. Yes.
Now you've had it right. These are cassava peels and then cassava flour as well, vinegar, and what's that? Glycerin. So now this is quite a very nice project, and I guess I'll buy one. I don't want to call it a Cavera. How do you call it? A bio?
Arisa. It is called Arisa Biopack.
Arisa Biopack. Thank you so much, Immaculate Heart. Now this is the uniform I passed by. Right here. This is St. Julian Schools. I want to understand something about your project. Organic waste, lava, frass, and all this. Now explain to the people what this project is about.
This project is called a Smart Biohub, and a Smart Biohub basically is a waste collection and management center. If you look at Uganda today, we are suffering from poor organic waste management. Organic waste accumulates in different parts of the country, in markets, in homes, where currently different people actually pay for their organic waste to be collected. Waste is not being well managed, which is why at the end of the day we're seeing things like Chitezi landslides, we're seeing the markets having bad odor and poor sanitation. So now we have come up with a Smart Biohub where we have people going out in markets, collecting the rubbish and then bringing it back to the Smart Biohub. Smart Biohub can be located in a market. For example, Nakasero Market has Smart Biohub where now we bring the organic waste. This is a sample of organic waste. We put the organic waste in lava, that is black soldier fly lava. So the black soldier fly lava acts on the organic waste. It feeds on the organic waste, picks out the nutrients that are necessary for it, then it excretes frass. At the end of the day, frass now becomes organic fertilizer, and then the black soldier flies are used as animal feed supplements.
All right, you got it all. That's St. Julian for you right there. And we're still going crazy right here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going. Now, remember, I will keep reminding you that all these are actually prototypes. These are ideas that have been thought of and eventually are getting, to the eyes of the people. I don't want to pass by this. This is art, and I don't want to go away from it, right? Now, I want you guys to explain to me, which school is this?
Shekinah Glory Christian International School.
All right, now what do you guys have for us today?
Waste to Gold is basically a project we came up with to help the waste management in Bale City. As you can see, that picture, that's a place in Bale City called Doko. People dump rubbish, which is affecting the people living around that area, which is causing them to fall sick of diseases like malaria, typhoid, and cholera, and so forth. So we came up with an idea of an app we use to help us collect the waste in Bale City. This is the QR code. If you want to try it out, you can scan.
Somebody give me a phone. I want to scan this. I want to scan this. I want to scan this. Yes, scan it for me. I want to scan it and I want to understand what these young people are actually talking about. Now, as we scan, you can still go on and explain to us.
Basically, with our app, after scanning the QR code, you save in your information, you put in your information, you put in the information, then using the app, you take the picture of the waste, and the AI analyzes and tells you which kind of waste it is and gives you safety tips on how to manage or control your waste. Or if you don't want to analyze it, you can choose to send it to the collector, which is us. We come and pick up that rubbish and transform it into something profitable and reusable. So like Safe Border tells you the price and the location. That's basically how our app works. It prices you according to the size and location of your waste. Waste to gold. We give a second life to waste.
You give a second life to West. Now, that's a big phrase, by the way. So we're giving a second life to West. West to gold. Now, come follow me, guys. We're still going. The young people have a lot of ideas, a lot of beautiful, innovative ideas that we can put to life. All right. So here with me is a gentleman. Yes, this is my guy. Yeah, come on. This guy right here said he's a science, human being, but he also loves music. You can imagine being a medic at the same time being a musician. Now, you as an innovator, I want you to explain to us what this whole project is about.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. So this is sell more. For instance, let us put a client, Birunji, whereby, for instance, you are seeing KCCA is chasing a lot of the vendors from the streets of Kampala to keep the city clean, of which that is the interest of the city, yes, and the interest of the Ugandans, but also what innovation can we bring into the streets of Kampala that the people are going to also benefit from it, and also the city is going to benefit from it. There is where Sell More comes in. So this is an automated vending machine that specifically vends tea, or chocolate, or coffee. Let us put Birunji used to make maybe 25,000 Ugandan shillings on the streets of Kampala, whereby they know that is her tree. She sells coffee or she sells tea there to the borders on stage. But with this, on 24 cups, if you are to buy each and every cup at 5,000 Ugandan shillings, Birunji is able to get 120,000 Ugandan shillings just in one morning, where she's selling only 24 cups. And when she sells at the end of the month just only 25 cups per day, that is going to bring to a total of 3.2 million Ugandan shillings per month. And in a year, if she sells only those 24 cups every morning, and the rest of the day she can go and do other projects and other functions or attend them, she can get 43.6 million Ugandan shillings in 1 year just from vending tea. So this one, we are just simplifying. We are bringing the technology, and we are also giving the products to the businesses that can be vending a lot of different products, just as Birunji, she does hers. So for this one, how it works, let me show you. Yes.
Yes, you have a demo, so I want to understand. Show me the demo.
So for this one, the demo is just basically, this is an app that Birunji has. So the app has the setup price, has the top-up price, and whereby this, if God willing, we partner with Stanbic Bank, and then we use FlexiPay card. So we can load your money for the FlexiPay card onto this, and then you set up the price for Birunji. If she's selling at 5,000 or at 2,000 or at 3,000, you set up the price, and then you top up. And then after that, you getting now your card, you want to go and get your cup of coffee and have a beautiful morning. You just walk to the machine, you get your cup of coffee, you assemble it, just aligning to the dispenser. And then you remove the safety lock, because also we prioritize the safety of the people that are going to come and get the tea. You cannot just put in and then tea spills on you. So you put in, you remove the safety lock, and then you get your FlexiPay card, you put it at the side of the, and then it dispenses for you your cup of coffee. After dispensing for you a cup of coffee, you get your teaspoon, you stir, and then it awards you with a cookie, just as a thank you, and to support also you as a client, so you have a beautiful morning. Just basically that it is, and you get your cup of coffee, you cover it, you can move it back to your desk. There's also sugar here, and with that, this, using FlexiPay, it sends it to our account,
and also the bank gets a commission since we are using also their products. This acts as our server, whereby we get information of how many cups have you sold in a day. So if she needs to know how her business is doing, maybe in this month she has sold this amount of cups, the other one is reducing, she can come and see from the server, she can access it through her phone, just basically that. And with me here, it is also the kind of the same technology that we pick from here to put here, but this one we are working with Paluga sunflower oil. They gave us the idea that also they need a vending machine, but they need it convenient to the people and a specific kind of customers, whereby these customers daily, they cannot have a FlexiPay card, but they want to access their products, whereby we come in with this coin slot. You just put in your coin slot, even if 500 Ugandan shillings, these small coins, you just put in, you send in the slots, and you get your cooking oil. Just basically, this is vending. We are just promoting and giving the best product to the vendors.
Thank you so much. Now you got a proper way to pay for your tea, to pay for your oil, okay? If you're watching, come and support these young people right there. Remember, it's a prototype, right? And we are still going, yes, nice and easy. Yes, boss. All right, so let's go to Chitovu. Come follow me. Yes, I'm going to come back right here. Let's move. Let's move, ladies and gentlemen. Follow up and get to understand what the young people have right here on their tables. Yes. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the gentleman from St. Henry's College, Chitovu. Soil pH and crop disease diagnosis. I want to stand in between the gentlemen here because I really want to understand ear by ear. I want to understand what you guys have for us right here.
Well, right here, what we have is soil pH testing. This is very fundamental in agriculture. Before you plant, know your soil, because your soil will affect your produce.
Before you plant, know your soil, because your soil will affect what?
Your produce, your yields at the end of the day.
Now, I want to really understand, how do I get to the point here? How do I get to understand my soil? Because it's about soil pH and everything. So how do I get there?
Well, first of all, you need to have the kit, the soil pH and crop disease diagnostic kit. Right here, what we have is soil pH. So what you have to do, number one, container. Number two, water. Number three, strips, pH strips, and that's it.
That's all you need to have.
That's what you need to have.
That's what you need to have. Now, you as an individual here, I want to know your input in such a project. And if you're to sell, you're given a minute to look at the people in cameras here and sell to them your idea. Do it in a minute, and I'm counting from now. Sell to them your idea.
So now, what we have here is soil pH and diagnostic kit. Our project was heavily influenced by the farmers in Masaka who grow matoke, and they cannot know exactly what's wrong with their soil, right? For you to grow matoke, you need to have a soil pH that is slightly acidic. That is how best matoke grows. Now, some soils are alkaline, others are very acidic. And when you grow them there, the plant will either die or you'll have very small matoke. You'll have matoke that's not fit for the market. So now, that is what inspired the soil pH part of our kit. Now, our kit also has crop disease diagnosis, right? So we get tissues of plants. When a plant is growing, like matoke, for example, that inspired our project, there are two enzymes in the plants that are major. There's PPO and there's POD. I'm not going to go specifically because I have little time, but PPO is for the plant when it has got something minor, like a bruise, like something small, like those small like pests in the crop. Then POD is when the plant actually gets a pathogen, like a germ that causes a disease that is going to kill the plant. Now, when it produces that, plants are like us. They live and they have life. So when they face danger, they try to come back, right? They produce a comeback, and that comeback is a stress molecule called the reactive oxygen species.
How about I tell you that 2 minutes is done? Will I have both?
Not exactly. I'm trying to get into the conclusion and try to get there. So now, when you're when you're testing for the disease, you you vary between which is more, the PPO or the POD. When the PPO is more, you know that the plant is bruised and it has something minor, so you know the range of pesticides, the range of herbicides you're going to use. When you find POD, you know that now I am going into a disease and I'm going to find those very good herbicides and pesticides to heal the plant from a disease, right? So now the farmer in Masaka right now will be able to, instead of coming to Kampala, to these research centers, to know what is wrong with my pH, what's wrong with my plant, what disease, he can do the thing himself. Basically, like how you see a malaria kit, right? They produce those malaria kits, and now you can do the malaria test on yourself from the comfort of your home, and you know that I am sick or not. We're trying to give the farmer that experience instead of wasting money and putting money into transportation, into testing, and then they will have, yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you so much. Problem solved. If you're a farmer in Masakana, you know where to go. Go at the school, hit the gate, tell them I want that kit and I want to know the pH of my soil. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, just to remind you that the man on the microphone is the Vibes Anchor. I'm MC Benji right here, and we are still the gentlemen and ladies here. Now these ones are really, really well planned. These are what we call planned business owners. Branded well, jackets and shirts, and now I want to stand between right here. You guys are going to introduce yourselves, and you're going to explain to me and to the people watching right there what your project is, and how you are planning to use it to the people.
My name is Kumira Ashraf Meima, and I lead an amazing team at Matatu Ads. And what we basically do at Matatu Ads, we are a transit media advertising company. We have a fleet of about 3,204 taxis in a database. Meaning, let me say, MC Benji had an event and he wants to reach out to millions of people. You come to us, we handle everything from graphics designing to installation to monitoring and reporting. Yeah.
So when a client comes to you, you guys only design matatus, because if you say matatu, somebody understand it's a taxi, right? So you guys only design matatus?
For now, we don't design matatus, but rather we design ads that you place on matatus. You get? Have you seen taxi back mirrors and then you saw Mirinda or something like Reham? I'm not supposed to mention, but yes, such brand, something like this. So this is what we do. We from designing to printing to installation. Yeah.
All right, now, does the client have to be with their own vehicles, or you guys can also look for the vehicles?
As I said, we have a fleet of 3,204 taxis. You get? So if MC Benji wants 2,000 taxis, they're already available. Even if you wanted 10,000 taxis, we can scale. Because let's take an example. If you want 10,000 taxis and they're not there right now, we work with the taxi drivers. Each taxi drivers recommends 2 of his friends, and then we expand our fleet. Yeah.
Thank you so much. If I'm to design my Alteza, we packed our Alteza right there. Can you also design it?
Yes, we do.
Oh, thank you so much, guys. Well done, well done. Such a big project. Ladies, see beauty, see beauty, see beauty. I also want to look beautiful, because this is what it looks like. So explain to me, what's this and what is it all about?
Hello, so my name is Lydia and this is Shea Naturals. We make natural herbal skincare products, particularly for people with sensitive skins that react badly to other products. Our products are natural, herbal, they are free of harsh chemicals, suitable for adults and children, address different skincare challenges.
Now, for me, I have an issue, yeah? Look at my face here. All my life, okay, not all my life, for the longest time, I have not been using jelly, and my skin has been glowing. I tried using petroleum jelly for a week, and this is what happened to my face. Do you have a solution for it?
We have a wide range of solutions here. We have lotions which are hydrating. We have body butters here, hydrating and moisturizing, and they make your skin glow, look young and youthful. So, yeah.
You've had it right. You women and gentlemen out there are looking for anti-aging products. Here, you want to look like a young person, you want to glow. We are here. Please come and support this lady right here, Shea Naturals. A lot of businesses are right here, and young ladies are having a lot to exhibit. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Hey, so I want to understand the product you are having here.
This is the Eurocare UTI detector strip. It detects UTI.
It detects UTIs, and how does it work?
Um, Inside there is a urine container. So you have to put your urine. Remember that we care for your urine. You put there your urine. So this product, we have directions he or she can follow because it caters for males, females. Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
All right. So when you use it, so if I have a UTI, does it also locate and tell you, you know what, you have this kind of UTI?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Now she made a statement that I've loved. We care for your urine. She cares for our urine. Yeah, I've taken the card as well. Which school? Which school?
No.
It's just a business fellowship. And how do you call the business fellowship?
Eurocare UTI Detectors Company Limited.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. Where we going? All right. I'm following the hand here. I'm coming back, ladies. Uh-huh. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's such a privilege to be with you. Ladies, actually, you are last year's winners. Sumaya Girls High School in Sanji, just off Masaka Road. So now I want to understand, you guys won last year, but what's that you have brought for us this year?
Okay, so first of all, good afternoon to everyone. So this year we have brought an E7 water purifier, whereby this water purifier, it purifies dirty water and makes it pure for human consumption. So you see, when you look at it, it's a powder, right? So then you get this powder, then you pour it in this dirty water. So then you can, as you can see, the water is dirty. You can even smell on it. Exactly. So this is the dirty water that we are purifying.
Cow. The water is actually smelling, no lie.
Okay, so then you get our powder that we made, right? So then in this powder, we have certain reagents, whereby the reagents, their main role is to clamp up the dirt. So you see this dirt, when you pour it in, the dirt, all of it will clamp up, and then it will settle at the bottom like this. Okay, so then this bottle, it's still in the process of purifying. So then all the dirt, it's going to clamp up. So after clamping up the dirt, we have other reagents whereby for them their main role is to disinfect the water so it can become safe for drinking. So you know there are other water systems and water purifiers whereby they are disinfectants, they are chlorine based. And when you take chlorine long term, obviously it has some side effects to you. It can cause cancer. So you're not supposed to take chlorine long term. Whereas for us, we don't use any chlorine based disinfectants. So if you're to take our water long term, you will have no side effects at all. So then this is the water after purifying it. Yeah, so this is the water after purifying, and then you can even you can compare the water before and after.
Clock it, clock it, clock it. But guys, chlorine, the chemistry here, man. The chemistry here, I don't know, man. Somebody like me, I stopped doing chemistry in Form 4. I don't even remember the grades I got. But yes, I'm glad that the ladies right here are showing us what they got. And with me, we're just from talking to the ladies. And we are talking to gentlemen here. Now, gentlemen, I want to understand your business. I can see this is what machine it is. And then I can see crops right here. But I want to understand your business here.
You're welcome, sir, to our projects. We are creative home projects. We have tried to make a machine. We are making a machine of processing poultry feed. A farmer can purchase one and produce poultry feed at their own, reducing it on the feed costs. And this machine works in a way that it has both the grinding and cutting chambers, which helps the farmer to grind the maize, crush the eggshells, and has the cutting chamber for chopping the banana peelings. Initially, the farmers were facing high cost in a feeding production, so they looked for methods on how to reduce it. They turned to the cheap feed, but still they had the problem of processing it for chicken to take. So we therefore came out with the idea of making a machine that can help them produce that feed. And here is the machine, and maybe I take you through how it operates.
All right, take me through how it operates.
The machine operates in a way that, but we shall first on the uniqueness of the machine. The machine has both the grinding and cutting chambers. The grinding chamber helps in the grinding of maize, crushing the eggshells, and all the other hard poultry feed stuff. Then we have the cutting chamber. The cutting chamber chops the banana peelings into simpler particles for the chicken to take. And here are the sample particles and the eggshells. So we sell one machine we have the both it is dual power, both manual and electrical. We have made two prototypes favor all kinds of farmers. They are the ones on small enterprise and the commercial ones. For small enterprise, we have made only the manual machine, and for the commercial enterprise, we have made the dual power, both electrical and manual, depending on their capacities and the number of birds they rear.
All right, thank you so much. But yes, these birds are cannibals. I eat eggshells. All right, now here I am. Zize uwo, ngawa badogamba. Yes, now I want to understand, like, yes, you invited us. Now I want you to teach me and the people that are watching right there, your project, how easy it is for the people and what it helps the people here. Who is speaking? Yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. My name is Amon Daniel Tumukunde, and I'm the vision bearer for Digital Harvest Uganda Limited. We do digital agriculture extension where we use solar-powered smart projector, to give farmers digital content that is actually translated in their local languages for their easy understanding. In Uganda, we have a problem of extension workers being very few. Actually, the ratio of extension farmers to farmers is 1 to 8,000. That is a huge gap. So we are here to bridge that gap by introducing digital content that is translated to local languages for farmers to easily understand. And then also, the digital content is also to bridge the digital divide. We want digital inclusivity. We want to include all the farmers to the digital era. Otherwise, they will be left behind. So that is what we are basically doing, and making sure that the Ugandan farmers are also, dancing to the tunes of this digital era.
How many, Kari, now this is just a personal question. Okay, not so personal, but for me to prove that you're actually translating to all the languages in Uganda. How many languages do we have in Uganda?
We currently have about 52 languages that are translated. These videos, we have about 1,000 videos that are translated in 52 languages, Ugandan languages.
You're very right. You deserve a handshake. Thank you. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Yes, slowly but slowly about to finish up all these, stalls. And my people here from Mbale. Is it right? Yes. How are you, my guy?
I'm good.
Now let me talk to the lady as well. How are you?
I'm good.
So we want to understand this whole project. I can see Brashi. This is a night dress. Yeah, I don't understand.
Okay, this is a hydro wash system, which is a manually operated cloth washing machine.
And how does it operate?
Okay, first and foremost, to develop this project, we had to look at the problems in our community. And as they said, the problem is not always far from you. And the problem in our case, it was my grandmother. She used to complain of backache problems and also other pregnant women around the village. And where I come from, electrical washing machines, they are very expensive. For example, if you check on the market, one goes around 2.8 million. And also in Uganda, electricity isn't reachable to all parts. So these particular people were complaining of backache problems, so we had to come up with a better solution. And recently, we heard of the Kitezi landfill, which collapsed. So at the same time, we wanted to also solve the problem of pollution. You come to realize that things like water tanks, used water pipes, they're always disposed of and they're non-biodegradable. So you had to think of a solution which is going to cover various aspects, and that was a manually operated cloth washing machine. This washing machine, at its first stage, as you can see, it only had this tank and all it had were pipes inside. So when we designed it, we went back to the field and interacted with our customers, which were the old women, and they told us that the machine wasn't doing well enough, so we had to improve on it by fixing some brushes inside and also putting the pedaling system. Because there is a time I interacted with a disabled man. He only had one hand, and he expressed his heartfelt feelings that at times when he's at home, he feels like helping, but due to his disability, he really can't do anything. So by developing this machine, we are making him of use because he can do his laundry by simply rotating the bicycle pedaling system. So as you can see, the machine, it has some pipes inside, it has brushes, and it has a bicycle pedaling system. These materials you're seeing, they were sourced from the local environment. So at the same time, you are protecting the environment, as I had said. So he can demonstrate how the machine works.
All right, demonstrate. Let me see how it works. All right, pedaling, yes. Okay. Yes. Oh, close it, close it, close it, close it, close it. Oh.
So the machine has an outlet and inlet system because you might ask yourself, after washing the first phase, shall I need to carry off this machine and pour the water? No, we got you covered. We have an outlet system just down here, as you can see. So all you need to do is just open the tap and the dirty water is drilled out. Then we have an inlet whereby you're going to put in the clean water and it is going to rinse. Then after that, all you have to do is hang your clothes.
Wow. That's sorted right there. You want to wash your clothes, look, I mean, easily without big cost. That is it for you. The washing machine is right there for you. Now, the lady here is a zipper. You were zipping. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And to make it, for us to actually, make it look better, she even has braces like mine. We shall not get into that for now. You what? You're so sorry. Yeah, we are also sorry. One more. I want to understand about your project. This is it's a Renewer Block Company. So explain to me.
So this is Renewable Block Company. It's a company that makes construction materials out of plastic and sand. So we have bricks made out of plastic and sand, as well as pavers. We have a new invention where we have an interlocking brick, whereby instead of incurring costs on buying cement for constructing a house, we can have bricks that kind of like connect to each other and they stack upon each other until you can make a house, which means that you can save costs on cement on constructing a house by up to 30%. At the same time, it can be helping the environment instead of having this cement is a very good environmental pollutant. Yeah.
So what school are you guys coming from?
From Aga Khan High School.
Aga Khan. Now, if I want to take do you look like produce in bulk? Because somebody may be like, I want to construct my house, and now I want quite a big number of bricks. How fast can you produce for me over 2,000 bricks?
So at this point, we are still on the low base. We don't have a machine to construct faster bricks in a fast amount of time. But with time, we have a machine that is going to develop bricks from up to 5,000 to 10,000 within a range of 2 to 3 hours. Exactly.
All right, the story you said is enough. It's enough. But I want to just look at the camera and tell the people the best. Sorry. I want the people to understand the advantage of using these bricks over the real bricks that people are making from soil and then burning and then getting to the people out there. So what is the importance? What is the advantage that somebody gets from these ones over the others?
Okay. So the major advantage that you get as our customer is that the interlocking. So you're going to be saving over 30% on your costs, which you could have incurred when you're constructing a house. Secondly, they're waterproof. So that means you don't have to plaster your wall again. That means incurring more costs again. So when you have our waterproof bricks, you're going to save a lot when you're constructing your house. And then generally, you're going to be eco-friendly, which is an advantage.
Thank you so much. Can I touch? Can I? Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I got it. Now, let's move. Those are bricks, and now we have moved to, yes, I was done with that, so I'm right here. Now, I want to understand, guys. How are you?
All right.
You're good. Confidently tell me and explain to me your project here. The people watching want to understand.
We have, my name is Akanjuska Kirinton, Ruteshenjereza from Chinoni High School, Mbarara. We went to our western region and found out that farmers always find it hard during the peak season. Here I mean the season when matoke is very much there in farms and whatsoever. So we came up with the idea of getting the other bariki raw fruit matoke and transforming it into this fry you're seeing here. So we get our matoke, peel it, remove the husks and the other stalks. Then we we slice them and put them under this sun dryer. So after them drying, we put them in small bags, take them to the milling machine, and turn them into the flour that you're seeing here, and we package it in these containers. So after milling, we get the other husks and stalks that we removed the other first time and use it for biogas in order to provide the heat. So so as not to use the firewood, hence bringing up deforestation and destroying the environment and other parts. So, yes, on another side, we found that many schools, hospitals, supermarkets have been struggling with the matoke that takes time, that doesn't take time or has a low shelf life. So this flour you see here, it is so dry, and so it caters for those who want to keep it for a long time, and it creates time for those tired people that come from work and they need a meal in faster. So you can put it in hot water and then you mingle a bit.
People like me are always looking for meals faster. Assorted. All right. Where? Here? Here? All right. This is Nyaga Vocational Secondary School. A potato bathing soap. And how is that possible?
So, name was Jonathan from Nyaka Vocational Secondary School, and my prototype is a potato bathing soap. So, one may wonder, how did I come up with this idea? So, in our home area, they say that when you bathe that water after cooking, that water which has been left under the saucepan after cooking, the bad odor from the body can get out of from you. So me as an entrepreneur, this I wondered, how does that water stop you from smelling? So as an entrepreneur, I researched and I found out that water under the saucepan, it must be liquid starch from the food up to down, liquid starch which has been extracted from up to down. Then I said, wow. Then I came up with this idea of a potato bathing soap. Mainly I use Irish potatoes. So the main use of Irish potatoes, I just extract liquid starch from an idea of that water. Yeah, I extract the liquid starch. I use aloe vera. Aloe vera, it just adds there lather. Then I put vitamin E. Vitamin E helps the body to open the body pores. That is access of vitamin D from the sun. Yeah, then we also put butter. Yeah. We also put salt so that they can solidify. Then another raw material is concentrated sodium hydroxide solution. So why did we come up with this idea of a potato bathing soap? So many parents with young children rounding to 1 to 5 years, they were complaining about the skin infections like skin rashes. So we came up with bad odor. Then we came up with this idea of making a potato bathing soap that cures diseases and prevents bad odor. So the uniqueness of our soap, it's because it has a instant cure of diseases. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, thank you.
You bathe and then also cure a disease. Now, it has been MC Benji, and I'm still with the students right here all day. I'm for the young people, and I'm always going to be for the young people all day till the end. And please, if you're following, make sure you're commenting. Make sure you're saying something for the young people who are right here exhibiting and showing the world what they can do. My name's MC Benji, the Vibe Zanka, and I say the glory of the Lord imprints itself for the man's of most in a church. Say, ooh. I love you so much. Get to me when I get to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, MC Benji. This is Mr. D. And for now, we will continue with the live. We'll just pass around a little bit, just asking the students what they are doing. We'll not continue with the interviews, just to get to see all the ideas on the live for everyone that is watching us, so that you get to have a feel of everything that is happening. Another thing is that the evaluators continue moving around to see the projects that are being implemented. So everyone will get an opportunity to just tell us what they're working on. So I'll start from the entrance, and then as I come to this side, you just tell me, what are you working on?
Okay, we're working on a time bank cooler that helps preserve vegetables and fruits that farmers do make, since they oftenly make post-harvest loss just 2 days after making their produce.
What's the name of your school?
Iganga SS.
Iganga, is this your idea and do you have a team behind it?
Yes, it's our idea. It was made by a club. We have the Yofa Club, Young Farmers Club at school. So we first had to understand that in Uganda, we are a developing country that depends on agriculture. The problem was that you're harvesting your crops today at 5 a.m., but tomorrow at 7 p.m., they're already wilted, they're already rotten. For example, tomatoes, Nakatia is wilted because of high temperatures. So with our time bank cooler, it's made of charcoal and supplied with water. What it does is that the water moving through the charcoal creates a cooling effect through evaporation. So the result of evaporation is always a cooling effect that is felt inside here.
Yeah, briefly.
Yeah, that is felt inside to the vegetables, and they are still kept. So it buys time for the farmer at the end of the day to find market for their produce, and they don't make losses.
Impressive. Those are some of the ideas that are happening here. I'll continue going around for the schools that have not been interviewed. There is another one over here. What's the name of the school and what are you guys working on?
It is Century Zagos SS Wanda, and then our product is Urilite Micro Biofuel Cell.
What exactly does it do briefly?
Yeah, like we get light from urine. Yes, the science that is there, like the microorganisms, like keep our urine from 3 to 14 days. Then the microorganisms develop in the urine, and then they eat the nutrients that's in the urine. Then they carry out metabolism to excrete out the products which are called electrons. We conduct the electrons, and then we later give out light.
Interesting. Light from, I won't say that word. Very interesting. I'll continue with the other teams that are here. I'll pass over here. Any team that has not been interviewed, have you guys been interviewed? No, I'll do it real quick. What's the name of your school and what are you guys working on?
All right, thank you everyone. My name is Jonathan Mjira and we are from Masai Exodus Vocational Secondary School. Probably we have managed to make natural coffee whereby no chemicals. It's a coffee powder that is handmade, no machinery, no chemicals at all, and we have tried our level best to do it well. So the advantage of this coffee, it can do what caffeinated coffee do, but it doesn't contain caffeine, right? So at all levels, it's locally made by us, whereby we don't use any machinery, we just use a mortar and a pestle. We just sun dry, we just roast it, and that's all about. No chemical, no any caffeine like caffeine, but it still has the same function as the other caffeinated coffee. So that's the uniqueness of our natural coffee, and its flavor or its scent is really good. Whereby even if you can see the scent of it, it really smells good, and it's like you've added in some flavors, right? So probably we have tried to be unique in that character. Yeah, thank you.
So if you don't like caffeine, that is the kind of coffee you're going to take. So I'll take here and then go the other side. Real quick, the name of the school and what you guys are working on.
Okay. For us, we personally have a device called Mediscan AI. It is an AI intelligent machine. It's a device that tests 1, oxygen depth, 2, blood pressure, body temperature, and also heart rate. Now this device is very interesting in a way that it interprets and like give you like test results in real time. It's also tell you like what you're suffering from, and it recommends the next step warning to you. Like why we have come with this project, it's very interesting in a way that we can program it into the phone. It gives you like information through GSM and through a buzzer. It calls a doctor and tell a doctor that your patient is suffering from this and this. For example, we have cases like where like in Gayaza here, people may be here and there's someone who has complication, but we may not know. But in the morning we may just wake up and find that person dead. That's the situation in the current Uganda, and that's why we feel like we bring into the world a Mediscan AI where it saves money. It is a 4-in-1 testing device, and it is cheap, like not on scale for African scalability. It's not so expensive, and this device is very interesting. It's like your personal doctor. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, those are students in secondary school jumping onto AI and doing the best out of it. A second, I'll be back. I'll just have to finish this side and then I'll be back. Again, we are live going through all the ideas that are happening here. Why you guys interviewed? What product do you have and what's the name of their school? Real quick in just 1 minute.
Okay. Our school is St. Charles Vocational Secondary School, Kasese in Western Region.
and our product is Syndrix, that is the trade name. Literally, the project name for it is a GSM-based smart intruder detection system, and this literally works on the security of different areas. You can see your arrival has to be detected as an intruder. You have just intruded the area. This was generated after the previous scandal when the Bank of Uganda was literally intruded with all the CCTV cameras, with all the security people, but nothing was taken as an evidence. No time was shown, nothing was really recorded because they are giving reasons as network, they are giving reasons as Wi-Fi. So this is really independent. It only works with a PIR sensor. It detects and it will immediately call, make an alarm, and everything will really be fine.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we'll move to the other end. If anyone from Bank of Uganda is watching, these guys have a solution over there. The school and what you guys are working on.
This is Chizowa Girls Secondary School, and we are managing mental health problems. Here we have Echoes of Tomorrow's Dawn, a poetry book. It's a mental therapy. So the problem we got at hand is that most youth are going under mental health problems. That is stress, anxiety, depression, and there is no way we are handling it at hand. So we came out with a project. It's here, you see it. It has poems that can help you console and heal from those mental health issues. That's it.
Thank you so much. So the DJ will just increase my microphone a little bit as I continue to move. I'll go through here and then come that side. What's the name of your school and what are you guys working on in 1 minute?
This is Sorority Secondary School, and my name is Namalika Cole Sharon, and this is Solomon. We came up with a project of an assistive listening device. Literally from the school we come from, we have learners that have hearing impairment. They don't get words well. And this makes them feel like they're not included in the society. When there are discussions, we don't have people who help us in sign language, and they get a hardship. And in Uganda, an assistive listening device, the cheapest is about maybe 2 million, and the expensive one is 22 million. But we came up with a very simple assistive listening device. I can't say the price, but you'll get to know if you come and talk to us more about it. It is cheap, affordable, portable, rechargeable. It's made out of microphones, capacitors, and other things that help learners to be in society feeling that like they are included, giving them good performance in their exams.
Great inclusion over there. And I'm just trying it real quick. Real quick, because I have. Okay. Are you getting me? Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you so much. I'll have to run. Thank you so much. I'll have to move this side, unfortunately. Real quick. What are you guys working on in 1 minute and the name of the school?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. This is the gift from Dubai Secondary School. So we produce petrol out of plastics by a process called pyrolysis. So our plastics are decomposed in such a way that we either collect off the gas and store it in the cylinders. If not, we condense and then form a liquid. Perhaps, excuse me, Muhammad, you can light. Perhaps we produce the fuels from the plastics that are burnt. When it's decomposing inside, there is no oxygen. So the fume that comes off, we either store it in a cylinder or we condense and get a liquid. So the liquid can be used. The liquid can be used in capillary. The liquid can be used in some stoves, the kerosene stoves, and thereafter it can be used as a fuel for cooking. Yeah, that is it.
Thank you. So I just request the DJ, when the students are speaking, you just increase on my microphone a little bit so that we are able to hear what they're saying, the name of the school and what you guys are working on.
My name is Tumsime Desire, St. Agnes Girls School, Bushenyi, and
my name is Nabasa Charity, St. Agnes Girls Secondary School, Bushenyi, and we are presenting to you Denticron toothpaste. And this, you need it because you need a confident smile, you need fresh breath, you need gum protection. We've brought for you, this is portable toothpaste. You do not need to move with this everywhere. You know, in hotels, they provide soap, but they don't give us toothpaste. That's why we've come up with this, which is portable. You can use it at any time. Once you're done eating, you just go use it, and you get fresh breath. Thank you so much.
Impressive solutions to all your dental issues. There is another school here. Were you guys interviewed? No? Okay, what's the name of your school and what are you guys working on? Real quick, in 1 minute.
My name is Ajuna Nobo, Nyakaita Miro Vocational School, and
I've been online.
we are having a project called a solar food dryer. As you're seeing, this solar food dryer works on a science behind it, that it has some things that helps it to dry foods. So we have a black surface down that helps it to absorb heat from the sun. Now we have aluminium foil in the sides that helps it to reflect heat that comes back and hits the food that is on the tray. We have this transparent polythene bag on top that traps sunlight and it gets inside.
Thank you so much. Again, solutions for farmers. I'll move this side as I come that side. Were you guys interviewed? Okay. Your name and what you guys are working on, real quick, in 1 minute.
Thank you so much. This is the business fellow, and the name of our product is Madra Home Gluco Kit. So this is a kit that we came up with to help patients with diabetes to maintain and monitor their blood sugar level. And this kit is very effective in a way that it uses only your urine sample in order for you to know whether your blood sugar level is high or it's low. So inside the kit here we have, though it's a bit of chemistry and biology, inside the kit we have a test tube, a dropper, a bending solution, and then a standard color chart that you use it to relate the colors that you get after you carrying out the test. So you get the urine sample, put in the test tube, that is 5 drops. That is 5 drops. Then you get the Benedict solution. You add onto the urine sample inside the test tube. Then you shake it vigorously. Thereafter, get hot water, put in a cup or some container. Then you dip in the precipitate that you've mixed. That's the urine sample, and then the Benedict solution. Then you wait for 3 to 5 minutes. Then you'll get the color change, as you can see here. And then after that, you relate it to the color chart that we have provided here. For those who cannot read, we have provided for them a picture that they'll follow in order to carry out the test. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So to cover all the schools, what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to ask you your name, the name of your school, and what you're working on without you having to explain every single thing. Were you guys interviewed over here? Okay, I'll start with you. Your name, your school, and what you're working on without explaining. Just tell me what you're working on.
My name is Norris M. Maina from Jaime Senior Secondary and Vocational School. We are working on modeling fire briquettes or the charcoal briquettes.
Okay, remodeling or modeling charcoal briquettes. Your name, the name of your school, and what you're working on in just a few seconds.
All right. My name is Ariren Taraliana from St. Mary's Girls Secondary School sorority. So we're working on a drug salva kit that is supposed to be used to identify drug abuse within students in a school. Thank you.
Drug abuse in schools. There is a solution over there. Your name, the name of the school, and what you're working on in a few seconds.
My name is Anumel Deborah. I'm from Ngora High School in Ngora District. So we are working on an animal monitoring system through an ear tag that we created, connected to an app via Bluetooth. Thank you.
Okay, monitoring animals using an ear tag, and your name, the name of your school, and what you're working on.
Yes, my name is Sakao Monica from Chaps Vocational School. We are working on an incubator. Yes, the name is Solar Incubator System.
Poultry farmers continue getting solutions. I think I'm done with this side. Your name, the name of your school, and what you're working on.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone, from wherever you're watching us. I am called Leka Timothy. We're working on a manual rat trap, and this is my friend. You can also mention your name.
Okay, my name is Subu Emmanuel. This is our project. Thank you. I'm from Bar Secondary School, Lehigh District, Northern Region.
Okay, thank you so much. We continue to move around to see the different schools. I'm coming back. There's so many projects that are happening here, and I'm going to be coming back. Please come to me. Please come to me. Okay, so all the schools that have already been scored, kindly pack up so the trainers or the evaluators can see the schools that have not yet been scored. So if you're done being scored, kindly park up so that we remain with only and only the schools that have not yet been scored. I continue to just see the schools that have projects here. Again, real quick, your name of your school and what you're working on so that we can go to other schools.
Right, thank you so much. My name is Pasco from Bishop Dansan, Kalangala district. So currently, we are working on a machine that rewards you some money when you drop in the bottles. Because initially, we have found that nothing is motivating every person that takes a drink of soda or water. Therefore, we are mainly focusing on those people that are only taking one bottle of soda. Thanks so much.
Drop in a bottle of water or an empty bottle, and then you get rewarded. Which other projects have not been interviewed? There is one here. The name of the school and what you're working on, real quick, in just a few seconds.
Yeah, my name is Sinembabas Jonathan from Munyaka Vocational Secondary School alongside.
Holiness from Nyaka Vocational Secondary School.
So, we made a product, our prototype, which is a potato bathing soap, which is gotten from Irish potatoes. We came up with this idea because most parents with children aged 1 to 5 were complaining about the skin diseases, bad odor of their children. So that's why we came up with this idea that cures diseases. Yeah, that's all. Thank you, Stanbic Bank.
Thank you so much. So a quick announcement, a quick one. If you've already been interviewed and you've already been evaluated, kindly pack up and move out so that we remain with the schools that have not been evaluated or been interviewed. I remember this particular project was interviewed by, you guys were interviewed. You already interviewed. Yeah, so I won't be interviewing schools that have already been interviewed who are interviewed. Okay, quickly the name of your school and what you're working on.
Hello everyone, this is St. Michael High School, and this is basically our project. We made an eco-safe grain guard, and it's a pest repellent. It basically repels storage pests. So we made it basically to help farmers mitigate on the post-harvest losses that they carry out, that they experience after storing their grains, e.g., maize grains and bean seeds. And also, we want to mitigate issues like food insecurity in the country.
So to add more on what he has said, so we realized in Uganda there are very many farmers facing a problem of post-harvest losses. So we are here to help the farmers with our eco-safe grain guard, which is an environmentally friendly storage pest repellent. It focuses on mainly weevils, those are storage pests. So our focus is one, improving food security in Uganda and maximizing profits in the farming sector. We decided this because agriculture is basically the backbone of Uganda and we have to prioritize it. So that is why we came up with our project. Thank you.
Okay, so many more solutions for agriculture. I'll do over here and I'll come back the other side. Real quick, the name of the school, what you guys are working on.
This is Chebambe Girls Secondary School. We're working on a smart solar irrigation system. You can come this side for a closer view, this side. So this system has the Arduino, the relay model. This is the pump, this is the water source, and this is the sensor, and these are our plants. So when this system is able to it's able to detect soil moisture. So when the soil moisture levels are low, it's able to pump water. So as I demonstrate here, when I remove this from the soil that is moist and I put it in dry soil, you can see it starts pumping water when I put it in dry soil. So that's what our system does.
So we'll transition directly to this side, so you'll extend so that the camera is able to view whatever you're doing. What's the name of your school and what are you guys working on?
The name of our school, this is Busore Senior Secondary School. And so
We are dealing with soil eco-friendly and environment management, and so dealing with this project of making briquettes. So our purpose of making these briquettes, we observe that the environment is initially being affected because like people have been initially cutting down trees for firewood. But now we, the young entrepreneurs of Busore, we came out with these briquettes. The available resources we use cow dung, we use soil, and so we use papers, we collect papers, and so we came out with these briquettes. So they burn well, they are strong, they take time to burn, yet they cook well. So with these briquettes, people who have been initially cutting down the trees, they have been producing fumes or greenhouse effect to the environment. But so now when they use these briquettes, they are very strong, and so they do not produce the environment. So
My name is Mariam. Addition on that, we also conserve the environment through turning the waste into the energy, whereby we mix up these things, our briquettes with papers. We can collect papers from different places, including our school plus our schools, and we turn them into energy. Then we also solve the problem of energy cost, whereby other energy are expensive, like the umemi is expensive than this one, and it's cheaper. And we make money through this by targeting our customers, and our target customers are chapat makers, local restaurants, big hotels, and the individuals. Yeah, that is it. Thank you.
Okay, then a quick announcement. If you haven't been evaluated, kindly raise your hand so that they assign a team. If you haven't been evaluated, raise your hand right now. If you haven't been evaluated, raise your hand so that they assign someone. And remember, if you're not evaluated, you're losing marks, so raise your hand so that they assign someone to evaluate you real quick. So the ones that haven't been evaluated, raise your hands. I think some you can see the hands. And then you'll get evaluated because this counts for so many marks. You don't want to lose these marks. So I think we'll continue to the other side, have a few extra projects, and then we will probably stop in a bit. Okay. The name and what you guys are working on real quick.
Yes, my name is Jonathan W. Roshan, and my colleague right here.
I know Mksha Praise.
Yes, we are producing warmer bags. They are right here at the business called John Roche Confectionery Bags. We are producing warmer bags that are aimed at making the cooked food warm, to do away with people consuming cold meals and also overconsumption of electricity, together with also continuous burning of fuels. That's all we are doing so that people they can live to their full potential and happy. Thank you.
Okay, there is another project here. The name and what you guys are working on.
Hello, my name is Lydia, and the business is Shea Naturals. We make natural herbal skincare products to address allergic and sensitive skin conditions. They're suitable for people with sensitive and allergy-prone skins, 100% natural, and herbal and medicinal.
Okay, so those are the projects. Those are the products in case you want to work on your skin. Another group here. Real quick, and then your name, the name of your school, and what you guys are working on in a bit of seconds.
So for me, I'm Marvin Mark Musumba, and we are working on the project of Cadify Pro, and we are in the category of business fellowship. So for us, we are solving a problem that there are many learners out there who don't have access to digital tools, and yet they also want to learn smarter. So what we do, we help them bite size and make what they read to become easier so that it is easier to ingest and retain it for better academic performance. That is basically what we do. So we offer this pack. This pack is a summarized science P5 work. This one becomes easier for a learner to revise such that he or she is able to remember what he is reading. We offer it at shillings 15,000. So it is effective for a learner and a teacher. Thank you.
Okay, another one real quick. The name of your school and what you guys are working on.
My name is Carlton Morris Msinguzi. I'm here with Sarah Frida from Fort Portal SS. We have a website called JobUlink where unemployed graduates, specifically unemployed graduates, submit their qualifications and we connect them to potential employers. We group them according to sectors where they're interested in working, so that these potential employers can come and scroll through and look for those people they want, and they employ them. They pay an application fee, which is renewable monthly in case they are not selected for employment. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, also real quick, if you haven't been interviewed, you raise your hand so that I see where I'm supposed to move to. You guys have also not been interviewed. The name of your school and what you guys are working on.
My name is Kobsin Delinient from Tio Secondary School. We are working on the artificial water filter. We, as a team of 2 members, we came up with this idea from the problem the people in our side were facing. They had a problem of moving long distances to get fresh water, and they had a problem of wastewater. So we came up with an idea of making an artificial water filter that is cheap and affordable, and that does not need a lot of technology to operate. So as the local people are able to operate it, it was based on the Rowdry Center and the people in Tio Secondary School. When we went on the Rowdry Center, from the research we made research that those people are not making profits because of the costs they are putting to buy that water. You know that water, it is a necessity to us all. We cannot live without water. So for the money they spend to buy water, we decided to make this artificial water filter that if they buy our artificial water filter that is affordable, they can at least reserve that money that they would have used it to buy water, and they'll be making a lot of profits. Thank you.
Okay, local solutions for local problems. If you haven't been evaluated, make sure you are evaluated. And if you haven't been interviewed, make sure we may not interview everybody, but the few that we do, will appreciate the name of the school and what you guys do.
My name is Nahiria Fatuma from Chok Secondary School. We came up with a project of charcoal briquettes because we wanted to conserve our environment. Very many people were cutting down trees, and many people were cutting down trees, waste disposal. So we decided to come up with charcoal project to reduce on deforestation and waste disposal. And why do people like charcoal briquettes? They burn longer than local charcoal. I'm here with my friend Aisha.
Actually, my name is Norton Aisha from Chogo Secondary School, and we are exploring creativity and innovation in charcoal briquettes. We are very happy for this opportunity granted to me. Much has been said by my colleague, thus thank you so much.
Okay, there is another team here. Real quick, in just a few seconds.
So, my name is Aba Warren from Sacred Heart Secondary School, Mshanga. And my friend here.
I'm Omar Emmanuel from the same school.
So, we the science innovators from Sacred Heart, we tried to conserve our environment by coming up with the solution of making an eternal volt generator, which doesn't use fuel, which doesn't use any kind of energy to generate electricity. So it generates its own electricity, and besides that, I think you're seeing it, it's portable, it's affordable because we sell it at only 150,000 shillings. So it is affordable to everyone, and hopefully we hope to get customers because in these rural areas, people really need electricity, and we have come up with a very good solution for that. Thank you.
So almost every single problem that we have in a society, the young people down here do have solutions for it. The name of the school and what you guys are working on. I see potatoes.
Oh, this is Ngora Girls Secondary School. My name is Anyait Rose, and I have a friend.
My name is Ademun Gloria. I'm in Ngora Girls Secondary School, and we have come up with a product that is septic biodecomposer or pit latrine biodecomposer. And we just used locally available materials like sweet potatoes, cassava, sugar, and just a jerry can. It is very cheap to make. We looked around our community, not only community, but even our school, and we found that it was not easy. It was highly costly to make a new pit latrine, and inputting it also was highly. Then another one was, it was expensive to buy the detergents for decreasing the feces. So the use of this detergent is, this biodecomposer is to reduce feces on a pit latrine or a septic tank. Then again, it makes the pit or a septic tank odd. That is it. Thank you.
So once again, if you're in the tent and you haven't been interviewed, kindly raise your hand. If you're in the tent and haven't been interviewed, okay, so that means I'll move this side and I'll come back that side. But this time, let's be really, really brief. Your name and what you're working on. I'll hold the microphone for you.
My name is Chirabaruth, and we are working on Kako Magic Candle.
What's the name of your school?
The name of the school is Kako Senior Secondary School.
Okay, very beautiful candles there that you can see. Anyone else that hasn't been interviewed, I'll help you hold the microphone so that we don't waste a lot of time. Your name and what you guys are working on.
My name is Masareka Sulaiman from Katwenor Secondary School. We are working on a smart catastrophe management system.
Okay, a smart home management system. Smart Casasido management system. Interesting name as well. Then I'll hold the microphone for you. The name of the school and what you guys are working on.
My name is Aaron Solomon. Okwang Secondary School, we are working on Lounge Share Gold, which is based on producing locally processed shea nut oil.
Shea nut oil solutions over here. You guys have been interviewed? No, I'll do this real quick. I'll hold for you the microphone. The name of your school and what you guys are working on.
My name is Namat of Desire from St. Mary's Girls Vocational School. We are basically working on a communication hub. At the current stage, we are putting out the White Sphere magazine for the youth.
Okay, those are all the beautiful solutions. There is another team over here. The name of your school and what you guys are working on. I hold the microphone for you.
My name is Wembabas Marvin, and I'm a student of Kakabara Secondary School, found in Chegegwa District, Western Uganda.
What are you guys working on?
Eco-friendly pavers made out of plastic bottles.
Eco-friendly pavers made out of plastics. What are you guys working on here? Real quick.
My name is Joe Ryan, and I'm from Hope Senior School, Bira. We are presenting the SV ballot. It's an e-voting system.
Okay, thank you so much. So we'll transition to the other side, and then we'll come later. Okay, so we'll transition to this side and get this real quick, and then go to the other side. Please come a little bit closer. Your name and what you're working on.
Yes, my name is Ahumza Solomon from Namgongo Secondary and Vocational School. Our project is all about a ceramic water bottle filter. We are using components like kaolin clay and alluvial clay to come up with a ceramic filter.
Thank you so much. Another solution over here. Your name and what you're working on.
Thank you very much. My name is Samuel Katoto Musime from Chitevi Senior Secondary School, and we are introducing the intelligent eco-bin system, a system which is able to monitor the field levels of trash in real time and send a notification. It is also able to predict the overflow of the bins using predictive intelligence. What do I mean? The system is able to predict the overflow before the overflow happens. This is what we call predictive intelligence. In the short term, you may call it AI. The problem we are solving a problem of overflowing bins. The people living in urban cities and urban centers are facing a problem of overflowing bins, leading to unpleasant smell and health risks. With this system, we are solving all of such catastrophes that people may face. God bless you.
Okay, I think city authorities and the different people that are concerned, those are people that would give you solutions. As you can stay there. Okay, so a quick one. If you have talked to any trainer that asked you very particular questions, that means you have been evaluated. You were not necessarily evaluated by your own trainer, but any trainer from startup, if they've talked to you and asked you questions, you've been evaluated, so you can pack and leave. However, Bernadette and Sam will be outside to figure out if actually you've been evaluated. So please, for now, if you've been asked questions, kindly park and you can get going. Another one over here. Again, real quick, the name of the school, your name and what you're working on.
My name is Maseta Charity and I am from St. Noah Girls School, Zena. So we came up with a website. Majorly, it's supposed to help with mental health issues in schools. So as you can see, a student has to pay 1K for 5 minutes or 2K 10 minutes to access the website. So you can type in any name because some students don't want to be exposed. Your number, the number where the money will be got from, then submitting the payment. After submitting, you enter the code you've been given and you can start a session. So on line 1, as you can see, a student can write their concern or talk because this system is going to be integrated in the school phone booths. KAU accepted to work with us and they take 10% of the sales monthly. So so line 1, you post your concern and the admins know it. Line 2, it's an AI. You chat with the AI and it cancels you. Then line 3, it's outside counselors from NGOs.
Thank you so much. That's from St. Noah Girls. I'll go over here. What's the name of your school and what you guys working on? And then I'll come over there.
Okay. My name is Don Joachim, a student of Dr. Bote College. Our project is a smart virtual paddock control system, a project that handles, like, in the local settings, people use poles and barbed wires, which with time it falls down or the barbed wires will fall. So we have developed a smart system that forms like a virtual boundary. So where the animals only stays inside, then each animal will be wearing a collar. So we consider only this green zone as the safe zone. So if the animal tries to leave the farm, it will get a mini pulse on the neck that makes it to come back inside. Then also, in case it proceeds out of the farm will be notified immediately.
Again, more agriculture solutions over there. The name of your school and what you're working on.
Okay, my name is Alani Timothy Jr. I'm from Hill City College. Well, here we have the software part of our smart energy meter. Basically, this is a project that was meant to help people monitoring energy. We have a lot of hardware embedded in. What inspires us was the fact that people on a day-to-day basis don't know how much energy is being used on which appliance. So this software helps to connect with the hardware system to give you more analytic services on how much energy you use, the graph, and convert it into real-time money, giving you real-time data, which can help you to plan for consumption of your energy, proper planning, and so on.
Okay, thank you so much. So we'll transition to this side. The name of your school and what you guys are working on. I think you guys were interviewed, no? You're interviewed, so I'll just proceed to the people that weren't interviewed. I'll come here. So the name of your school and what you guys are working on real quick.
We are from Hudson High School, which is located in Semto in Nakaseke district. My name is Ochikuru Owen Maxwell and my friend.
Mary Belinda.
Our project is about the local biogas production using locally available materials, where the materials we used the cow dung and water. Then we used the water trap, the motorbike tube which we used as our gas storage, and the burner which utilizes the gas. Here we mixed the animal waste and the water to form the slurry which we poured in this digester. Then here in the digester we see the anaerobic digestion of this mixture by the bacteria. Then gas is produced, it passes through these pipes, then into the water trap. This water trap helps to reduce on the unwanted gases like carbon dioxide, which might damage our system. Then here we used the the motorbike tube as our gas storage. For reason being, first, it is cheap and it is flexible, that it can increase as the gas increases. Then here in the system, we are solving a problem of deforestation, global warming, smoke pollution, which leads to eye irritation, and the poor disposal of the wastes. Here, we suggested the biogas system because it does not produce fumes. It has a high efficient conversion of 60%, and it's clean. Yes, this is our biogas system project. Thank you, that's all.
Thank you so much. Any other person that has not been interviewed this side before I transition? Okay, so we'll transition to this other side and we'll move outside so that, okay, one more solution from the tent and then we'll move outside. Real quick, the name of your school, your name and what you're working on, real quick in a few seconds.
Yeah, I'm Setimba Bashir and this
Second in Nathan.
Yeah, from St. Charles Swanga International Secondary School, Kachiri. Now we came up with a solar smart charging hub. So we made this long lasting and we made it more viable, more than a power bank, because it lasts long and it charges more phones. It can charge like 10 phones within 12 hours compared to a power bank which can charge like only 2 phones and its power it's done. This solar panel is not actually connected, but it just gives power to these lithium cells. After them getting power, you don't need the solar panel. So we want to be the first people in Africa to make a solar charger, but when it can charge faster than even these normal chargers. And you want to add on this port, so you just put on this switch. You just put on this switch and it can charge. Now you can look at the earpods are charging. If you can also try using a phone. You just put there your cable. Now you can look at the earpods are charging. You put here your USB and connect to your device and you can charge. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we'll have one more interview that side and then we'll move outside of the tent to have probably 2 or 3 last interviews and we'll close this. So there is only 2 left this side and then we'll close this. You guys have been interviewed? Or one last one here? Real quick. The name of your school and what you guys are working on?
Well, my name is Abeka Mila Angel, and this is Hope Senior School Aminadera with a coin sorting and counting machine. This is the device used to processing mixed coins through a series of mechanical and electronic work, which it helps in accuracy, speed, and efficiency.
Yes, I'm by the name Jackson, and this machine operates in a way that here we have the LCD, which is the liquid crystal display screen, where after sorting and counting, it displays our amounts here. And as we can see, here is how it works. You see, we have our motor there, whereby it will be rotating. Angel, help me. So this is the motor that rotates, and here is our rotating disc, whereby you pour in your coins. From there, the coins will be transferred to this rod, where under that rod we have sizes of different coins. Then when the coins are going through the rod, it will find its level. Where you feel that you can fit in is where you drop in. This first bank is for 500, 200, 100, then 1000. So we also did some codings in here, and we just majorly designed this machine like for especially the financial institutions like Stanbic Bank. We also aimed at helping some churches that like have high amount of income that they do work with. Also some schools, then some wholesale traders. Yes, we intend to solve problems such as time wastage, whereby you can see that After a certain time, they close the bank, then they go in for accountability, where they have to spend a lot of time to like calculate, sort out the coins, then get the amount. So this machine is just basically just to solve such problems.
Thank you so much. And just in case we don't interview your school, it doesn't in any way mean that your idea is not great, yeah? Your idea is good, but probably we just have issues with time. The name of your school and what you guys are working on.
Good afternoon. We are working on we are from Rise and Shine High School. We are working on a medical website that is going to store medical records, medical information of students in schools and patients from hospitals. Now, how this is going to work is, imagine in a situation where a person passes out, the information that is needed for them to be treated is simply not available. And this is causing a delay in the administration of treatment. This is risking lives. And where the data is kept, it is digitized, but it is not synchronized. Where now, if you visit one hospital in Kampala, they have your information, but they don't know who you are. They know who you are, but the moment you go to another hospital, this hospital operates on guesswork. They don't know what to do, they don't know who you are, and guesswork costs lives. Now, this is where we come in, creating a decentralized system that keeps this information somewhere secure, easily accessible to save lives of people. And this system is also going to be accompanied by a card that can be scanned to display all your medical information in case of an emergency.
Okay, thank you so much. One last one here. The name of your school and what you guys are working on, real quick.
Konga High School. It's the smart bin sorter. It works in a way that we have a motor inside it, and that motor, when connected to the power source, it causes some vibration of the machine. And when the machine vibrates, it makes the shaft move. And when the shaft moves, the first sieve also moves. So when it vibrates, bins that are powered on top here go down to the first sieve, and the first sieve will move. When it moves, the stones that are bigger than the bins remain on top, and the bins plus the small stones go down. When they go down to the second sieve, the second sieve will allow the small stones to penetrate down, and the bins remain on the second sieve.
So really, if you have been evaluated, kindly do go out and prepare for dinner. Also, the results from yesterday have been pinned in the hall. So if you want to see your results from yesterday, go to the main hall, you'll see your results. But if you're done with being evaluated, kindly do move out and prepare for the dinner. We're already out of time. So move outside and have probably 2 more interviews and then we'll close. What's your name and what are you guys working on?
My name is Jex Bossa, and I'm from Good Choice College. It is in Mukono. Basically, what we are having here, it's known as it's called a fry check. Basically, it is responsible for detecting the quality of oil, since nowadays many Ugandans consume fast foods such as chips, chicken, sausage, which are prepared using cooking oil, and which cooking oil, it is an unsaturated substance which reacts to form other compounds when subjected to higher temperatures, which later on becomes a threat to people's lives. Of recent, there have been higher cases whereby people have been having cases of kidney failure, heart problems, and liver problems, which are brought about consuming fast foods that are prepared using cooking oil that has been degraded, which I mean cooking oil that has been subjected to higher temperatures. This is not a blame that is supposed to be put to the vendors, because also these vendors have got no clear way of evaluating the quality of this cooking oil, because what they do is that they evaluate it using maybe their eyes or maybe its color and the number of times they have used this cooking oil to fry the foodstuffs. But then, which is not an appropriate way of knowing whether this cooking oil that they are using is either good or bad for frying their fast foods, which therefore leads them to reuse this oil over and over again, which is unsafe to the health of the people. So this therefore inspired me to build this meter, and it detects the quality of cooking oil, and it is safe. It is safe and it is easy to use. So how does it work? It has got two buttons. It operates under domestic and commercial use. For domestic use, for example, if you want to prepare, for example, a foodstuff like maybe chips, what you do is that you're going to come and you're going to press this blue button. Basically, this blue button, you're checking the quality of oil. So the oil, it is going to show me just by this display that it is good oil. It means it is eligible for frying. Then for the commercial way, this system is just installed into the deep fryers. So when you press fry, it is going to check the oil meter. It's going to check the oil. So when it checks the oil, this oil is now good for frying. Then they're telling me to connect the DHT. So when I connect the DHT, it is going to activate the heating, which is going to enhance then the frying of the foodstuffs. So it has told me to wait for 4 seconds. Then the temperature has been activated. It means now it is going to fry these foodstuffs at 60 degrees Celsius. However, if this cooking oil exceeds the temperature of 100 degrees Celsius, it is brought back to the norm point, or it is corrected back, or it is regulated. It means that this oil is not going to overheat. So basically, this is how we are protecting lives of Ugandans from those health risks. Thank you very much.
Those are the many solutions that are coming in from the National Schools Championship. But so the following schools are Dipala High School, Alwa Senior Secondary School, Asoni High School, Atira Seed Secondary School, Bunya Secondary School, and Namugalwe Parent Secondary School. Kindly come over, and Good Heart, kindly come over to this side where I am, because you are urgently needed. For now, if you are on the balcony and you have not yet been interviewed, kindly raise your hand. So I just do 1 or 2 and then I'll close. Okay. Okay, I can see most of those are done. So, which one? Okay. Okay, so this is going to be the last one. Apologies. So real quick, your name and what you guys are working on.
My name is Kiamere Patience from Top Star Secondary School in Lira, Northern Uganda. Our product here is the Intelligent Smart Harvest Dryer. Yeah, it can dry harvest like maize, beans, and all sorts of harvest. So when you load your harvest like maize inside the drying chamber, you turn on the heating source, and this product of ours uses various sources of heat. It uses electricity, uses a lithium battery, and it can also use solar. So when the heating source is turned on, the heating process starts, and we have here the LCD model that shows you the temperature inside the system. And when this temperature has reached to 40 degrees Celsius, the heating process automatically turns off. It will be turned off from the heater relay. And immediately the fan relay will turn on the fans, and the fan will start to cool the whole system. And as the whole system is cooling, when the temperature decreases to 39 degrees Celsius, the fan relay will stop, and the heater relay will again be turned on automatically and starts cooling. And we are calling it smart and intelligent because it has sensors inside here, and these sensors automatically monitors the temperature, air flow, and the moisture content. We also have here the GSM model. When the temperature, when the drying of the harvest is already done, you can fix here your line, and when the drying process is done, the GSM model will automatically send a message to the owner indicating that the drying process is done, so you have to come and remove your harvest. And more so, our thing is so much better than using direct sun heat and using mechanical dryers to dry your crops. Why? Because it reduces the drying time from 14 days to at least 3 days, of which is so much beneficial. And it also ensures that the quality of the seeds that you harvest is maintained until the time of drying. And when you take it to the market, you can be able to sell it at the highest price so that you can get enough profit. And this product of ours, we manufacturing one intelligent smart harvest dryer costs us 500,000, and we shall sell it at 800,000 and make a profit of 300,000. So for people who can't afford to buy it at once, we can use the rent to own model, whereby you pay in bits. Because it ensures the quality of the harvest is maintained, just in 3 harvests, you can be able to repay the amount of this intelligent smart harvest dryer. So it can be afforded by both the small scale farmers and the large scale farmers. And our targeted customers here, the agro processors, agricultural cooperatives, and both the small scale and large scale farmers. And this will be able to highly improve agriculture in Uganda. Yeah.
Okay, those are more agriculture solutions. I'll have one very quick in 1 minute. So first of all, I'm not going to interview everybody because I'm also tired, but a real quick one. What are you guys working on, and what's the name of your school?
So this is the output. Our school is St. John Paul II College, Gulu. This is a system which enables you to get your health vitals without going to hospitals to wait in long queues. So personally, you can just come to the booth and you get your health details, such as the BMI, body mass index. As you all know, your body temperature is a signal to your body, and also other things such as high blood pressure or low blood pressure, you can find out from this machine.
Thank you so much. So we're going to have one last interview, which is at the extreme end. I'm so sorry. I have to have one last interview and then I'll close. And that's at the extreme end. Okay, so I think you'll get us from over there. Just tell us your names and what you guys are working on.
Thank you very much. You are welcome to the table of Domitano R&D investment. We are producing and selling Domitano electric generator. We are under business fellowship. Domitano electric generator is a type of generator which does not use fuel. It gives very low noise, does not give any carbon. Maintenance is almost free because you don't put fuel, you don't use engine oil, and so on. It uses the principle of electromagnetism. And electromagnetism is the study of the relationship between magnets and electricity. And that is exactly what we use to produce electricity here.